Hop up out the bed, turn my swag on. Oh man. Good morning, folks. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Guys, it's Sunday morning. My dad's birthday party was last night. So I know I normally start these shows a little bit earlier, but hey, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. Hopefully you forgive me. Anyways, few announcements before we get the show started. As you guys know, it's Sunday morning. This show is not just open to Miami Hurricanes, Florida State Seminoles, and Florida Gators. It's actually open to all of college football. All of college football. We talk about all of college football on Sundays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So, quick announcements before we get the show started. Guys, do me a huge favor. As you guys come on in, get in the chat, so I can do quick roll call, And also, there's a couple links in the chat. The links that you're seeing there is to T2Y Live, which is basically my second channel. That channel is where in the future, once we get to 1,000 subscribers on that channel will be the only channel that I do live shows on. So I'm going to need you guys to go on over and, basically subscribe to that channel. Like I said, right now we're broadcasting live on both channels right now. So in the near future, you won't see any live shows done on Big 3 T2I. I was gonna say Big 2 because Florida Gators ain't gonna really be a factor this year. They probably going 4-8. But anyways, yeah, make sure you go subscribe to T2Y Live. Please do that. In the near future, you won't see any live shows on Big 3 T2I. Only thing you'll get on Big 3 T2I is informational videos, recruiting videos, any video at all, period. On T2Y Live, there will be no videos. So if a commitment happened, let's just say somebody commit to Miami or Florida State or the Gators or whatever, those videos will drop on Big 3 T2Y. Now, if we got live discussions, all of those will happen on T2Y Live. No more live shows on Big 3 T2Y in the future. So once we get that channel to 1,000, you will no longer see no more live shows on Big 3 T2Y. So make sure you guys go on over there and subscribe. All right, as you guys can see, it's college football talk. Yesterday was the last Saturday. That basically we don't get no football, no college football. College football is among us, guys. This Saturday coming up, this Friday, we're going to have some football. We're going to have some football, man. This thing about to kick off. I think the 26th is the day. I think 26th is the day, man. So we about to get into it now. All that all-season talk, your team this, your team that. We getting better recruits than you. You ain't gonna do nothing. The game's got to get played. Well, the games it's among us. It's among us, man. Woo! It's about to get lit. Now, obviously, the first couple games during the season is always some head scratches. But hey, we could use some football, so we'll watch them. We'll watch a JSU versus a Auburn State or something. We'll watch them. We get some football. Not only that, high school football is going hard right now too. The season just started for them too. So all those guys that's committed to your team, those 4 stars, those 5 stars, and those 3 stars, potential to be 4 stars and could move up the ranks, or those 5 stars and 4 stars that could possibly drop. It's about the time. We about to see. It's time where, hold on, I got somebody in the back. Let me go ahead and let my guy in. Canes Forever, what's going on with you?
What's going on, T2Y? Chilling this morning. Good morning to everybody in the chat.
Headphones on. All right, man. Yeah, man. Football is. How you feeling, man? How you feeling this morning? First off, good morning to you.
I'm feeling pretty good, man. Like you say, football is hell. This is the last Saturday without no college football. Preseason been getting me through, but this all season it was long, but it's been interesting with everything that's been going around college football, period, in general. So, like you say, just waiting on this Saturday to get to watch some college football and really waiting on that Friday. It's coming fast.
sir. Yes, sir. Now, let me do some quick roll call before we get into some talking points and everything like that. Um, Johnny, appreciate you, boss. Appreciate you. Hit the like button already. All right. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Make sure everybody hitting the like button when you come on in. It goes a long way, man. They let other people know that we live, and they let YouTube know to push the video. So hit the like button for me, and it'll only take you a second. And it's free. It's 100% free. Don't cost you a dime or a nickel penny. Nothing of that. Of course, Kane Football, you in here already. OG Kane, what's going on, my guy? Let me see. We got the Florida State fan in the building. What's up, brother? What's up to you, my guy? How you doing in the morning? Pink, what's going on with you, boss? Pink, what's good with you? Said Miami all day with the U signs. Yes, sir. T-Rock in the building. What's going on, T-Rock? Hey, appreciate that. He said, I just subscribed. Appreciate that. All right. B-Bean, what's going on with you, B-Bean? I know B-Bean, he a Gator fan. What's good with you, man? All right. Crack that head. What's going on with you? He in here lying this morning already. Woke up on this good Sunday morning, just lying to the people, man. That's what Florida State fans do. They wake up and lie to people. He says, Miami, Ohio, 42, Miami, 17. Just lying to the people. BB, crack that head. You running for some kind of office or something? Are you a lawyer? Because you sure know how to lie, boy. You woke up this morning telling lies. This man woke up and chose violence. Oh,
I ain't even finna get on here trolling. It's gonna be a long season, T2Y. I mean, everybody got games to be played, and it's finna get here real soon. So,
he focusing on Miami, Ohio. He need to be focusing on LSU. That's their first game. Seminole Zach says he checking in. Appreciate that, Seminole Zach 95. All right. Any other name? Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith, what's going on with you on this good Sunday morning? I'm back. Florida State 12-0. Shit, coming in here telling lies again. The lies are being told. See, this is what I'll be talking about. Florida State fans love to tell me that I love to make up stuff. Like I'm the one that's coming in here saying that they going 12-0. I'm the one that's saying that they going to the playoffs and winning the Natty this year. I'm not the one saying it. I'm just relaying the message. I'm just relaying it. This guy just came in here and just told y'all that Florida State is going 12-0.
Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help, my guy. Get some help. Obviously. All right. The Juice is in the building. What's going on? Juice, what's good with you? Bahamas in the building. What's going on, Bahamas? Hey, T2I, I'll be going to a Virginia game. I bought tickets already to almost all the games except for Clemson and Texas A&M because the prices are ridiculous. I normally don't buy season tickets no more because half the time I don't get to go to most of those games based on, my schedule and everything like that. So I buy them individually. But I bought every ticket except for Clemson and except for Texas A&M. I might end up going to both of those games regardless, but the prices on those tickets are ridiculous. Shout out to my boy Alex though. He got season tickets. He got like 4 extras. So I might just roll with him on those 2 games. Where we at? I think I got everybody in the chat. Oh, Mayhem Matthew in the building. What's going on with your bulldog? What's going on? He put the W in the chat. All right, whatever that means, cool. Hey, Georgia been getting a lot of those lately, so it is what it is. All right. So, and Crack That Head made a prediction. Still lying. 48, Florida State 48, LSU 31. Hey. In a week or so, we won't even have to debate this no more. We won't even have to make predictions no more. There'll be a real score to talk about. So I'm just glad that college football is almost here, man. This whole season been kind of long and kind of weird a little bit. As you guys know, yesterday, Kamarion Franklin made his decision. Obviously, Miami was in that race. Florida State was thrown in that race, but we all knew they weren't really a factor. Honestly, it came down to Miami, Ole Miss, and Auburn. And obviously, he chose the home state. He chose to stay with Ole Miss. That's a 5-star defensive lineman. So, it is what it is. We've been kind of, whiffing whiffing. We kind of whiffing on those defensive linemen. I thought we was going to have a strong defensive line class, which, by the way, we still do. We still do. It's not what we kind of expected, but we still do. Now, a lot of trolls been going on. I see the Florida State fans, the Florida fans, they going in, they laughing, they kikiing. They forgetting that recruiting is a marathon and not a race. So basically all goes back to June 9th. June 9th. We had the biggest visit of Miami history. Biggest history. A lot of 5 stars, a lot of defensive linemen, a lot of position of need. They came to the University of Miami on June 9th. A lot of 5 stars. This was talked about all over college football, media. You got your CBSs, your ESPNs, and everything. Mario had a lot of 5 stars, a lot of top-rated guys come down on June 9th. Since then, mostly all those guys have went everywhere else but Miami. So, that's tough. That's tough. It is what it is. Of course, they getting their jokes off, they troll off. Rightfully so, because if it happened to them, I'll be throwing my jokes. So it is what it is. But, man, Case Forever, what's your thoughts on that weekend, man, and all those guys not coming to Miami?
I just feel like, really, we got to wait the games to be played. We done did all we can do as far as out the field, bringing them to the campus, showing them what we got going on now. So once the game's being played, I feel like there's going to be a lot of flips. If Miami, we don't go out there and show to our recruits that's committed what they want to see and how they can be used, offense or defense, and the coaching and the philosophy of how we want the team to look, then we may lose some players. So, but I just feel like we're going to be on the up and ups because that's what we strong in, recruiting. So, FSU, Florida, they always have, every year, they always have these recruits. But once the games get played, it trickle out. They keep some, they lose some. The same with us. Just like Kamani McLean, we lost him. They lost Travis Hunter, So it all depends on, how you look, how the game's being played.
Right now, we kind of got some good news, though, out of all this sad, weekend of all these top guys not coming. We kind of got some good news. 5-star defensive lineman, David Stone. IMG, he played for IMG. As you guys know, IMG had a huge W over the weekend. I forgot who they played, but they beat them convincingly. David Stone was spotted after making big plays, throwing up that U. Now, he obviously got a decision to make pretty soon. I think it come down to us in Oklahoma, to be honest with you. And so far, from what I've been hearing behind the scenes, it's us. And for him, making big plays and throwing up the U, it kind of, gives me a little bit of, I want to say hope. I don't want to say necessarily confirmation or anything like that, because recruiting, anything could happen. He could be doing all this, throwing up the U, probably, wearing Miami merchandise and stuff like that, and still possibly go somewhere else. So we're going to wait and see. His decision date should be coming up pretty soon also. Also, another guy that should be making a decision, Zaquan Patterson. Zaquan Patterson should be making a decision pretty soon. He said that he wanted to get his decision done before his season start. Well, guess what? It's about that time. So we should be seeing where he's going pretty soon. Teams that's in the mix: Florida State, Miami, Ohio State, Michigan, and other schools. A lot of schools in the play for him. So, recruiting, man. I take it like a grain of salt, plain and simple. What happened. Until these guys commit, I'm not gonna say they committed. They're 100% committed, 1,000%. They be throwing out these huge numbers. So, anyways, man, recruiting about to turn up. But hey, Dan Mullen said, man, we ain't worrying about recruiting right now. The games are being played. Once the games start getting played, the recruiting goes to the back burner. It's still happening. It ain't stopping, but it's going to the back burner. We're going to focus on what's going on the field.
Season right now. We'll do recruiting after the season, and when it gets to recruiting time, we can talk about recruiting.
Yes, sir. Not quite like that, but something like that. Recruiting is 365, Mullen. But anyway, man, what's your expectations against Miami, Ohio?
I, I want to go out there and honestly, I want to see at least a 40 piece. At least put up 40 and shows that we playing discipline, we playing together, and we playing fast. Like I know we probably that's been hunting us too as far as in-game situations. We've been starting slow. I want to go out there, see Shannon Dawson, how TVD look, how he executing the offense.
Anthony, what the hell is this comment, Anthony? Anthony, you're a Miami Hurricane fan. What the hell did you just utter? FSU versus LSU. Either way, it's going to be close. But if FSU wins it strong, possibly they go 12-0. What the hell, Anthony? Don't you ever put FSU and 12-0 in the same sentence again? That is a total violation, my guy.
Stop it. Get some help.
That's a total violation. They not going 12-0. They could beat LSU by 30. They not going 12-0. Stop it. Stop it. Man, coming up in here early this morning, messing up the vibrations. Talking about FSU at 12-0. Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, he wilding with that one. But yeah, T2Y, I mean, it's going to be interesting, man. I'm talking about everybody, everybody getting excited. They letting the fans come to the scrimmages and get the look and get a little glimpse and see what's going on. But Friday when they hit that field, it's gonna be a whole different ball game. So, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how everything comes together because that's gonna be the key. I mean, is the offense gonna be clicking and the defense is like every year we can't get both to be on the same page. We gonna have a good defense, the offense lackluster. We have a great offense, the defense lackluster. So I want to see how we gel together and complement each other because it's going to be a long season. So if we go out and win 28-17 and we pulling away late and we not able to sit TVD down by halftime, that's going to be a problem. I want all the young guys to get in. We got to play the young guys early on while we got this schedule set up the way it is because after these first 4 or 5 games, everything else counts. It ain't no more Coastal. It ain't no more Atlantic. So you got to beat everybody, really. Every game finna be a playoff game to me, really.
Best of the best.
Good morning, T.
Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Man, I'm down here in your area, man, down here in Deerfield.
You say you're in Deerfield?
Yeah.
You got to come north. I'm up in West Palm.
Well, look, check this out. Just to piggyback off, I'm a Seminole. Just to pick up off what your fellow U fan was just saying.
Yeah,
I don't think y'all need
that he was just telling. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think y'all need to do a 40 piece. You breaking in a brand new offensive scheme, a lot of new players that's not used to contributing. Y'all just need to win and get on the right foot and get started. So if y'all don't blow them out, that's not gonna dictate how the rest of the season gonna go, bro.
We should blow them out though. That's what we're saying. That first game gonna show us how strong we really are, to be honest with you. And it's a mid-level team. It's not necessarily the bottom of the crop kind of team. It's a mid-level team. So if we could go out there and blow them out, drop 40, 50 on them and stuff like that, it'll show us how strong we really are. Because when we start playing tougher competition, we're not going to be expected to throw 50, 40 on them, especially like a Texas A&M the next game. So it'll definitely show us how strong our offense and defense is on that certain type of level. So
yeah, if y'all blow them out, you will show me that y'all improve from the history of Miami playing down to the competition.
Right. If like I said, from what I've seen in the spring and what I've seen the last practice that they allowed us to watch or whatever, those guys was playing strong throughout the whole process. They didn't take plays off. They didn't, know when the ball weren't coming their way. They didn't give up and nothing like that. So if I could see that kind of effort against, Miami, Ohio, Texas A&M, and even Bethune-Cookman and Temple, every even, lower competition, we'll definitely be good. We'll be straight off.
Was that Temple game made before Manning made his little fiasco? or that was already in the works?
I think that was a James miss. That was a James mistake because there's no way we should ever play Temple at their home.
Yeah, that was a Blade James doing.
Ain't no way in hell we should have been playing.
I thought it was a Manny Bowl.
Nah. You can't get Alabama or anybody in the SEC to go up to Temple. You can't get nobody in the Big 12 or Pac-12 to go up to Temple. That arena, Temple Arena, ain't even big enough to hold half of their fans that even travel. I don't know why the hell we going up to Temple.
We finna be going up a lot of places though. When they talking about switching these conferences up, we finna be going to a lot of places.
From what I'm hearing, Stanford and Cal is almost a sure thing to the ACC already. So we might be taking trips to California soon.
So what, we gonna have an ACC West?
So far, I've only heard of those two teams, so I wouldn't necessarily call it an ACC West, but I mean you can. But yeah, they might be coming on over. No confirmation yet, but that's what's in the works. That's from what I'm hearing.
I'd rather us and y'all, or either us and Clemson, go to the Big Ten than that.
I mean, hey, I think if anything, Miami and Florida State probably be in the Big Ten, and Clemson will probably go SEC. I don't think the SEC will let the brand like Clemson, go up to the Big Ten too. That probably would be a monopoly that they don't want to happen. Especially that ESPN owns the SEC and own the ACC. I don't think they would want to lose Clemson, Florida State, and Miami. If that's the case, they just made the Big Ten a lot stronger than they should be.
Clemson, they don't want to go to the SEC. Clemson want to stay on the ACC because they feel like they're able to beat up on our conference like they have been doing the past 8 years and still get a notoriety to go to the playoffs. If Clemson go to the SEC,
I think Clemson.
They're just a regular team.
Nah, I think Clemson looking at it like this: if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
That's what I'm saying. They don't want to go nowhere.
As long as they play their football right, they got a path to the playoffs every time. Clemson throughout the whole years.
Would the SEC take one team? Would the SEC take one team, or would Clemson have to grab a team to bring with them?
That's a question you're gonna have to ask. What's his name? Sankey? Isn't that the dude that runs the SEC? The commissioner? You got to ask Sankey that. But, I mean.
Yeah, because I think next year the SEC getting rid of their divisions also next year.
Yeah, and Texas and Oklahoma coming.
But if I'm Clemson, I'm not looking to leave the ACC. They have no problem in the ACC other than money. Money, they don't have no problem in the ACC. They got a path to the playoffs. As long as they play football, they good. Obviously,
yeah, but can you keep
how many playoffs has Clemson really missed?
But in the long run, can you keep taking a $40 to $50 million like almost lost to them other teams and still compete with them in the long run?
Other than money, Clemson is good in the ACC.
But see, I'm looking at Clemson too. They ain't building a team like that. Him and Nick Saban was the only one. Nick Saban, he gonna backdoor. Still do his little backdoor alley meetings, he's still gonna drop his little pull up your garage door meetings. But Dabo, he ain't really doing that. All them players he got, I'm pretty sure he getting them. They getting NIL deals, but he ain't building his team on that. He ain't, since the transfer portal and the NIL, he don't recruit them kind of players. They want to go to Clemson because they want to go to Clemson. Like, they don't care nothing about no money and all that. They know they're gonna get taken care of when they get there. They don't care about who gonna pay me the most. They want to go play for Clemson. So
is he not doing it, or are they doing a good job of not broadcasting?
They doing a good job of not broadcasting, but when you ain't really competing like Clemson, you got to think, bro. They've been in the top 5 recruiting. They gonna get their guys. They just gonna get their 5-star guys. They gonna get the 5 4-star guys that want to go there. They ain't competing with Alabama. Once Clemson sign their 5 stars, they be signed for the whole year. You don't even hear about it no more. And then you got to look look at his recruiting. That's what's going on. He ain't fighting and competing. He going to his little region, and he probably go outside and pick and fight try to get a few guys. But other than that, he ain't competing with nobody as far as his recruits, and he don't really care about the NIL and all that. That's why T2Y saying he good where he at. He cool with just because he gonna keep getting the recruits to compete and beat in the ACC.
Yeah, that's why I want Miami. I'm a Florida State fan, but I love football. I lived in South Florida for years. I went to Miami games on the regular because I just love football. But his biggest threat is FSU and Miami becoming relevant and recruiting the way they're supposed to again, because he won't be able to come down in the state of Florida and just rip all the players out like he's been doing.
Exactly. And I'm the same way, boss man. I respect Florida State. Y'all always been our rival. Y'all ain't never ran from us. I ain't got no smoke with y'all. So I ain't one of these delusional trolling fans come on here and talk unrealistic football. So I definitely understand what you're saying. When we up, there wasn't no Clemson. We both was beating Clemson, but that's how it is right now. He got the juice, he getting his players. We just got, thank God we got Ray Ray from him. Look how we raving about Ray Ray.
Yeah.
This man just let Ray Ray go. He ain't put up no fight or none of that. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, we got to get back to recruiting, like you say. We got to get back to getting the guys that we
And
getting the guys.
you see, you mentioned Saban, our boy, man. I never seen him cry as much as he did the last couple of years since I've been watching football. He crying because the playing field even now. Everybody can pay now, not just you.
Exactly. But you got to think, not only that you getting paid, you ain't got to go sit and wait 3-4 years. You ain't got to get no gray shirt and sit behind somebody 2-3 years and wait your turn and play your senior year. That ain't how the game going right now. Guys want to get in, get their 3 years, and get out.
Yeah, you got to think about it. Some of these kids grew up in single parent homes where they don't struggle their whole life, and they see a chance to get 100, 200, 300,000 to get their mom out of the situation. They going for it, and you can't blame them. Hey, you keep up. You see the guy that y'all was recruiting, that quarterback Al Nolan from Georgia,
Yeah, he going.
from
Yeah.
Langston. Man, they came back and put that thing on Carrollton the other night.
How was he looking?
He was looking good. Carrollton was up, I think, 14-0 in the first quarter, man. I saw that game was over. But I looked at it this morning. I was like, man, they came back and beat them boys 39-34.
Man, I'm telling you guys, I love this rivalry, man. I love it. The rivalry between us, Florida and Florida State, I love it. Because when we end up not getting Aaron Nolan, I went online. When Florida State and Florida fans was on that bit singing songs and shit. Tell me how I'm supposed to breathe with no air. Man, that shit had me down, man. That shit had me down. If you're a fan of any one of these teams, you got to appreciate some of the trolling.
Yeah. You got to appreciate the rival. I don't know how old y'all is. I'm 46, man, so I've been in this rival for a minute. I remember back in the day, man, with Florida, Miami, and all three of us was in the top 5 in the nation at the same time.
I hope
I want to get back to them
I hope to
days.
get back to them days, but I hope Miami leads it. I don't care about the rest of y'all getting there before us.
Hey, boy, yeah, hey, look, one thing about you, though, boy, you aware. You give Mike Norvell a hard time, but when he get on the thing, you'll give credit. I mean, you give him a hard time, but you give respect
I
where
ain't
it's
gonna
due.
lie to you. Y'all fans make it hard for me to do that.
Facts.
Because even if I give this man a compliment, they still be on my head. I'll be like, damn, I just
know,
gave him
man.
a compliment and y'all on me. All right.
Cause
Hey, but
look,
Big
they
Dog.
almost feel like it's a backhand compliment.
Hey, but Big Dog, how you feel about this year? About it's gonna be interesting to see, because when you get all this talent, now it's like, how can you keep everybody happy? How can you coach it?
Yeah.
So now how you feel about Mike Norvell, by him being the at least y'all got a plus advantage. I'm gonna say this, by Mike Norvell at least having the offensive side of it. He knows something. Unlike Mario, we got to depend on our coordinators. Mike Norvell at least.
My only
How you feel about him controlling all that? Y'all got Keon Coleman, y'all got Benson, y'all got a lot. Y'all got Watkins, y'all still got a lot. Pokey, y'all still got a lot of weapons, so it's only one ball.
now Pokey gone.
Pokey gone. I forgot
balling
Pokey
for San
gone.
Diego. Pokey been doing good in camp for San Diego, bro. He shocked me. But my only thing is my guy, the tight end, came over from Carolina. He came over from Carolina because he wasn't happy with how they was using him. He
Talking
wasn't
about
getting the
Bell.
ball enough. And now you come into an offense with more weapons than you left.
Yeah.
And Mike Norvell, people don't realize that Mike Norvell, he want to run the ball. He want to feature his running backs. they throw the ball. We're an opportunistic passing team. We want to run the ball, as y'all know, with that 45-3
Y'all
with that
ran it
counter.
down
That's
there,
what
I
we
throw
want
with
to do.
Benson. Y'all ran the counter shot down there, I
That's
throw
what we
with
want to
Benson.
do. And then the thing about it is, I like that he got Alex Atkins as the offensive coordinator behind him. So Atkins is an offensive line coach. So he's going to pound the ball. And that's what I'm happy with. If we can run that counter and they can't stop it, run it, and then just hit them big receivers on the outside when they start stacking the box.
Now, we were just talking about trolling a second ago. Obviously, you got a guy on your team, a defensive tackle. Miami fans are well aware of this guy. I mean, he just transferred from us to y'all, Darrell Jackson.
Daryl.
There,
So
Jack.
Yeah.
now he's going through his whole waiver process with the NCAA. They already denied it. You got governors.
Twice.
You got, governors. You got people in political office writing letters on his behalf to try to get him to play this year. Word on the street was his mom's was sick and that's why he transferred. But then, things got a little shaky when what's the guy on your team named Farmer? Farmer was about to transfer.
Foremost
And
was
he
about
was
to
like
transfer. They
basically,
best friends. They played high school
yeah,
together.
he basically was like wherever he goes, I go. So that kind of put a little salt in the game when the NCAA comes to do their review and everything. Well, you at Florida State, this guy was going to leave. You would have left with him. So obviously, your mom being down the street didn't matter.
Yeah, but T, look, I'm gonna give you one more little spicy tip to that, not just to cut you off. The person that's over all of those things is old Stan Wilcox, our former AD, who Florida State ran off. So what other better way to stick it to him than like this with this decision?
Oh man, I didn't even know that.
Stan Wilcox, the old Florida, he
I
the
ain't
one
know
over
that.
those decisions. T.
Hey,
Yes.
Stan Wilcox. Hey man, shout out to you, my guy. Revenge
Hey,
is
so they say that boy tried to get a extradited waiver. He tried to get one pushed up. Like he appealing that one. Like he's still fighting that.
Yeah. I don't know, but see what you don't realize. Once it comes to the light with us with this with it being denied, they already appealed it a couple times. So he don't been denied like maybe 2 to 3 times
and
already.
I know one thing, y'all can't blame Miami for this, because Miami actually backed them.
We let him go.
Yeah, y'all
We
did.
Mario let him go.
And when they asked,
But-
will we be okay with the waiver? We gave the okay. So this ain't got nothing to do with us. That man,
Yeah,
that
but
man
they
came down
can't
here.
approve it now.
Came down here, trolled and everything. Took photos of the streets. We all know Coral Gable got the streets, the numbers, the names, and everything on the ground. He came down here, took photos, and put online for trolling purposes and all that. And now all the fans, to be honest with you, Miami fans are laughing at him. Half of the Hurricane fans don't want him to get that waiver, to be honest with you.
No, but I was laughing at it because when he was making that decision, I had already got the inside scoop from the Florida State Discord, that he was going to Florida State. It was already a done deal. And I remember, T, I was on your live. You were saying he in Miami now. And everybody was telling you was lying. But he was in Miami for real. Actually, he was really there.
Putting it on social media. When I told y'all he was in Miami, he hadn't put out the photos yet, but nobody ain't believe me. Because I
remember.
I ain't got one of the media source tags around my neck, so nobody believes that. But people talk to me. People hit me up online. They don't understand how many fans I done connected with through this channel. How many people I run into on a daily basis. There's people that they hit me up. Hey man, I got this person in the building. I got that person in the building. Every time they shoot me something, I shoot it to you. I tell you what you can put out and tell you what you can't put out. Obviously, when we get recruits and shit like that, some of them I know where they're going. I know if they're coming to Miami or not, but I can't say because that'll ruin the kids' recruitment or whatever. If they ain't coming to Miami, I could be like, all right, I could go out there and tell these people he ain't coming to Miami, but that's gonna kill the buzz for him or whatever he's building, whatever fan base he's trying to pull in.
Yeah, get a kid their little moment.
Yeah,
Man.
exactly.
Give them their moment. Don't spoil it.
As far as things in the building, there's certain things that you say or you can't say because then it's gonna all point back to that person that giving you that information. Because
hey, I'm still mad with that big defensive lineman y'all got last year from Central.
Ruben Bain.
Ruben Bain.
Tell Baines to tell his mom she got that one birthday gift from FSU. She better enjoy that for life.
Man,
They
I ain't gonna
they
lie
threw
to
a
you,
party
bro.
up there for the woman's birthday.
Mike Norvell be giving me he just be giving me material, man. That boy sat there with that cake, happy birthday, singing it.
Hey, did you see how many of my FSU coaches was like mad because he made them stand up there and
Hey, them
participate in that
boys look
sport?
the hot in the picture. Them boys, they look
Really?
like they ain't even want to take that picture, boy.
You talk about that Kamani McLean video with that pink birthday. First off, how you gonna sing a recruit happy birthday, but then get him a pink cake? This is a boy, Damon.
That nigga love pink.
This is a boy. He's a boy, Damien.
Hey, speaking of McLean, he been getting roasted up there in training
Oh yeah,
camp.
I posted I tried to post some
You been
videos.
watching him?
I posted videos on the live last time.
Hey,
That
I wish him well. I
the
wish him
first
well,
week,
but I'm happy with Damar Brown and Robert Stafford right now. I ain't gonna even lie.
his first
Lamar,
week up there, he was complaining about throwing up like 7 times in
he was
practice.
throwing up. He said that, the
Alpha
altitude
was
got
getting
him,
And then the next week, you see him getting burnt. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie. I even let off a little troll on Twitter. I'm like, Kamani McLean, the only player from Florida that's in Colorado that don't feel the cold because the nigga always burnt. You can't feel the cold if you're always burnt. That boy's on the fire up there.
But see, Deion putting him in that fire. I'm watching clips. Deion got him, Travis Hunter get him, like sicking him on him. Like they got him rotating, but Deion making them better. I'm talking about you taking reps, Travis Hunter, 3-4 reps. Then you turn around, you got Jimmy Horn Jr., 3-4 reps. Like he ain't ready for that.
But see,
Talking about,
Prime sold them boys on that well-off media that his son over also. I'm not saying the kids not into football because they already love the game, but 75% of that decision was made off what they can do outside of football. He can say that to those guys those little diva guys that love that attention, that love the camera on them. He can say that to them guys. And Cromartie and Travis both love it. So he sold that to them.
Hey, Deion got a platform. He already know. He got
but you get, but Deion, they like he gonna get recruits not only because of that though. He gonna get them just on the strength, but he can make one phone call like private workout. I can have you on any NFL team.
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
just that easy. It's just that simple. And you playing cornerback, so I'm glad y'all got Lester, because I ain't want Lester to go up there. I ain't no hater. I'm glad y'all got him. You know what I'm saying?
not
That
only
man.
that, you got to think about it too. Deion got access to ESPN at any given time. He could call them up and say, "Hey, I got this player, this player. You see what he's doing on the field. You see how he's doing in the games. I need y'all to run a piece on him." He could get them to come do that, and next thing you know, this kid getting all kind of exposed.
Yeah, and Barstool. Travis been reporting he's been out working out with NFL players out in Texas all summer.
But Travis put out a tweet saying that he's going to win Heisman, and they made that shit go viral.
Yeah, but Travis gonna have to get in the weight room. His whole time at Jackson State, he didn't develop at all. He's still the exact same he was when he left high school.
To his defense, he was injured. He was basically rehabbing the whole season last year.
But see, I'm not the typical Florida State fan. I'm not gonna hate on the kid. I want the kid to do great things.
They gonna be good. I think their size gonna be good. Even when you look around college football, like all that narratives, like, oh, they too small. You gotta be. Devontae Smith just played at Alabama 3 years in the SEC. Played all 3 years and was dominating at 176.
Yeah.
All that you got to be 185, 190. Oh, you got to put this. I ain't buying that narrative no more.
Nah.
All right. Well, let me.
That boy balling. That boy gonna be a player.
You can't hate on Travis Hunter. You can't hate on Deion and all of them. We're gonna segment into something that you can hate on. But before we do that, y'all make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe button.
Hey yo, it's your boy, the 12th man. Hey, like, share, and subscribe. All that. Canes all day, baby. Let's go.
All right, so we're about to get into some hate. So let me just go ahead and drop this piece too.
That's you. I don't like those guys.
All right, cool. So Florida versus Utah, man. Florida versus Utah. What y'all think is going to happen in that game? You think basically Florida players going to start looking like Kamani McLean when they get up in that altitude up there?
I don't know. They keep talking about Utah quarterbacks, both of them out, and I think that honestly, Florida go out there, hand that ball off to Johnson and ETN, and play a little defense. They might come out with a victory. I ain't gonna count them out. That's why I say I ain't no hater. I can't stand Florida because they run from us, But talking about realistic football, I don't know. That's gonna be a good game. It depends on how Utah. It depends on how Billy Napier take this new team on the road because you got to travel all the way across the part of the country. So playing like you say, playing up there in that altitude, Utah gonna have their fans out. Can you deal with the environment? That's gonna be the question.
Right. Let's not forget too, Utah have won the Pac-12 in the last, 2 seasons. This is the last year for the Pac-12, to be honest with you. So obviously they're still one of the top teams to actually come out and win it, regardless of their quarterback situation. The rest of their team, I'm not too familiar with their team as much to, go in depth. But I think they got enough key pieces where they could actually, beat Florida. And Florida right now is a team that lack experience. They lack seniors and juniors and everything like that. I know the Florida fans will come on here and tell me all the time, none of that matter, but it does matter. You got a team full of juniors. Sophomores and freshmen that, lack experience, lack on a college level. So at the end of the day, Utah got more experience than you guys. They got more senior. They got more, not necessarily want to say more talent than you guys, but I think they got more smarter players than you guys.
I get what you're saying. They team been playing together for so long that they'll be able to. They have the more experienced team. They have the more veteran team. Like a team been playing together. They got a lot of juniors and seniors versus y'all coming in. Y'all got young talent, but y'all ain't been playing together. They ain't jailed yet.
Yeah, the mistakes that I see Florida's probably going to make because, their team is not, I want to say well connected as Utah. Some of those mistakes that they're going to make, some of them penalties, you're not going to get it as much against Utah. And we all know sometimes them penalties and everything like that could be the turn of any game. And let's not forget, last year when Utah lost that game, it was due to a last-minute mistake when they threw an interception in the end zone.
When he threw that pick in the end zone, yeah.
So they could have beat Florida last year, and that was in Florida. That was a dog came down to the end kind of game. So I definitely can see Utah winning that game, regardless of their quarterback situation.
That won't be good for Florida. Definitely, that won't be good for them and their momentum because really right now you really counting on they need to win. But when you're looking at their schedule and their division, if you lose that first game to Utah, that can cost you. I'm glad we ain't opening up like that. We done took our loss like that, opening up every year like that against prominent teams and not being prepared and not having a team. Yeah, you coming in with talent, but you not on the level of caliber that these teams are on. Later on in the season, you can catch them, but not first game.
Now, I tell these Florida fans all the time, I troll a lot, but behind my troll is always truth. I take the truth and then I turn it into trolling. I came on here and I predicted y'all going 4-8. I know it sounds funny. It sounds like jokes, giggles. I do give y'all some toss-up games. I still give you the L for it. But at the end of the day, you got your professionals on TV doing it. They telling y'all going 4-8. I do it in a trolling manner, so y'all don't take me serious. But when you got your guys that does that for a living, does run the number, crunch the numbers, analytics and all of that, and they tell you y'all going 4-8, now you start looking sideways, like where these L's coming from, where these W's gonna come from, which one of these teams that they say we're gonna beat, that we're gonna actually win, which games can we flip? Last year we might have won this by 3. It could have been a loss, so next year it might be a loss. All I'm saying is 4-8 came from me. Y'all took it and laughed and ran with it. Oh, this Miami fan, he don't know what he's talking about. Then you got your professionals now on TV telling you guys that, hey, you about to go 4-8. You about to lose to this team, that team, and that team. Same ones I've been telling y'all about to lose to. Now it seems a little bit more real and professional. I see BB in the chat. BB, what's going on? The link's in the chat, BB. So let's just say Florida does go out there and become 4-8. What does that say to you about Billy?
Boy, Billy gonna have to. It's gonna be a lot of explaining you're gonna have to do. They be saying about Miami fans, but Florida fans, I mean, they running neck and neck. They in the race. The pot can't call the kettle black. If Billy and Napier go out there and go 4-8, they gonna want Billy head. They gonna want Billy head.
Oh, absolutely. We already know. We already know, man. Billy, I don't see it getting any better too. If he go 4-8 this season, recruiting probably gonna be down a little bit. He probably could sell him like, hey, we don't have this much depth at certain position, and he'll get some good guys in at certain positions that he lack at. But as far as like selling them on wins and everything like that, I think he gonna be at square one with that. Also, they might tell him straight up, like, listen, we know you call the plays, you're the offensive coordinator and the head coach. You might have to relieve yourself of that coordinator position.
But you got to think it's a lot riding on this year for them to win. So if you go 4-8 next year, you think DJ Ladway still gonna be interested in coming there? Dabo still in his ear. It's still gonna be other teams in his ear. So then you got to.
I think Lagway is a done deal for Florida, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
Because
me
if you
too.
look at their quarterback room, they have nobody. He could come on in there and literally start right away. So I think he's a sole component regardless. And the money.
If I was a Florida fan, I would want something about Billy recruiting to go with Dan's X's and O's. Then they got him a coach.
Right. I mean, you got Sarge in the building. What's going on, Sarge? Sarge, the link's in the chat if you want to come on in. Speaking of Sarge in Georgia, Dylan Raiola, great performance for them. They beat the team. I think it was like 18-0 or something like that. I think they played San Fran Academy. But
Yeah, they played
after
St.
that
Francis
game
out
was
of Philly.
over, after that game was over, a fight broke out. And on the sideline or whatever, they was fighting and everything like that. Football is back. When you see schools fighting after losses and everything, football is back. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm a man that sees things and I gotta point it out. Somebody mama was in the midst of all that looking real thick. I ain't gonna, I don't know who mama that was.
T2, I shot at.
But somebody mama was looking real thick in them pants, boy.
It better not be no safety.
No. Somebody mama was in there looking thick. When I paused the video because the officer was trying to get her out the way, I was like, God damn. This bitch had some yams. Back to football.
Hey, can I ask that Georgia fan a question?
He's popping up right now. You can ask him right here. Sarge, what's going on?
Good morning, Sarge.
Hey, the champ is here. What's going on?
What's going on, man? Hey,
back to back champ is here. My bad.
Did Kirby Smart have anything to do with Raiola transferring to Buford?
Bro, what do you think they did?
Georgia had their hand on that?
Bro, what do you come on, man? Let's think about it, okay? Okay. He's gonna get an NIL deal. He's gonna be part of the collective. He was handpicked to come to Georgia so we could get more playmakers, more wide receivers to come to the University of Georgia. I guarantee you he was moved from Arizona to Buford. He already had a play set out. As soon as he's expressed any interest in Georgia, they had this stuff been planned out for probably a year and a half, man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Matthew Stafford is his godfather?
No.
You didn't know that?
No, I know Matthew is out of Texas, though, right?
Yeah. So when Matthew Stafford
Texas high school?
No. He came from Arizona. So when Matthew Stafford played in Detroit with the Lions, guess who his center was? Dylan Raiola's dad.
Wow. So how did Ohio State ever get the commitment?
Matthew and Dylan go way, way back. So I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure Ohio State offered something. They said, "Look, man, we could give you this number up front. While you're in high school, I don't know if Arizona has the same law that Missouri has, but you can get your NIL in September. Like, you know how Williams Noweri committed to Missouri?
Yeah.
He's gonna get his money in September, his NIL money. Most people
Wow.
most people have to wait, but in Missouri it's a state law that once you sign an NIL deal, he's gonna be collecting that money while he's still in high school. That's why he stayed at home and went to Missouri.
Yeah, you see how that kid Evers he took Ohio State to the bank. He reclassified, got his $1 million, went up there for a year and transferred.
Yeah, these kids can reclass. That's the thing. Now that it's 2023, I don't have to sit in the classroom and take my college courses.
Nah,
I can take my college courses my junior year. I can reclass and actually be like JT Daniels and play my senior year of high school at University of Southern California. That's what people don't
okay.
realize. JT reclassed. And he was technically a senior in high school starting at USC.
What's the rundown on your new quarterback? Give us what's the rundown on him?
Okay,
Carson Beck.
so Carson Beck, 6'4", 220. We was going back and forth with BB last time I was here because BB was like, well, he only played in like a 2A school in Florida. Even though he got selected as Mr. Football in Florida, that's the best player in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
But he actually played 8A. He didn't play 2A. He played 8A.
Hold on. I don't mean to cut y'all, bro. I'm from Duval. I'm from where Carson Beck from. He went to
Yeah,
Mandarin High School.
yeah, Mandarin High
He
School.
played
Yeah,
at that's a 8A championship school. And he
yeah,
played with guys that's in the NFL, the
yeah.
receivers now.
He
Only
won the
reason
state
Carson Beck
championship
didn't go
his
to
junior
Florida
year.
because they wouldn't let him play baseball too. But
Right.
continue, carry on.
Yeah, he won a state championship with Mandarin his junior year in the 8A class, which is the highest class. Is that correct? 8A?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not 2A, like these Florida fans were saying. But anyway, yeah, he won the state championship his junior year in high school
Oh, Mandarin loaded this year.
and was
Hey, hold on. Hey, BB, I know you're listening. I know you ain't gonna let them take shots at you like that.
But no. This is what we was talking about last time I was on, with the other two Florida fans. That said, he played against a bunch of white boys, and it's at a 2A level, and he didn't play at an 8A level. But yeah, he was Mr. Football in
Hey,
Mandarin High School.
hey
But
T,
of
he
course,
just hey, that Florida fan.
You see why offensive lineman that we just got T2Y. That's from Mandarin High School. He played at Jackson. He just transferred to Mandarin High School because it's better competition. It's a higher class,
yeah,
and
and
That's
you know what the funny part about it is? Everybody says that Carson is unproven. He just came in at mop up duty and he hasn't done anything.
yeah.
He has a better arm than Stetson. That's what people don't know. He has a better arm than Stetson. He's not as mobile. Because I think Stetson right now could probably run a 4.48, 4.5. He ran a 4.6 at the combine, and he barely broke a sweat for 4.6. But Stetson's a lot faster than what people think he is. Just watch that Auburn tape where he ran for like 82 yards. The defense couldn't catch him. He ran up the middle of the field for 82 yards against Auburn.
Stetson looked good the other night in the rounds.
Bruh, Stetson is I keep telling T2Y, he's going to win a Super Bowl.
How y'all running back room looking? They say y'all was having running back problems out there in Georgia.
Yeah, that's the funny part, man. I'm hearing from Florida fans that the UGA running back room is depleted. That's what I'm hearing, right?
That's been the word around town. That's the talk on the net.
Okay, Kendall Mitchell, NFL draft pick. Guaranteed, he will go to the league. Dejon Edwards, NFL draft pick, will go to the league. Branson Robinson scored 2 touchdowns in the national championship as a freshman. But according to BB, that's not elite. According to BB, as a true freshman, if you scored 2 touchdowns as a running back in the SEC in the national championship, that's not elite. So
Hold on, Sarge. Before we move on from the running back position, okay, so last live I was talking to BB about their guy, Cam Corral. Dude got injured in practice. That's their third running back. He's out for the season now. I told him, man, that knee was gone. They carted him off the field of practice. I tried to tell BB that because I've been hearing some things now. People have been calling me, telling me some things about the kid. He's done for. He
Yeah,
would not play this season.
yeah,
But
yeah.
BB tried to make it seem like that knee injury wasn't as bad as everybody was saying, but it was. The dude is done for the season. He blew that knee out.
Yeah, that's just like Andrew Paul. Andrew Paul's coming off an ACL tear last year. He was ahead of Branson on the depth chart last year. He was ahead of Branson Robinson, who scored 2 touchdowns in the national championship against TCU, 65-7. We all know what happened.
Now y'all
But,
keep that kid in y'all prayers though. I mean, at the end of the day, we troll a lot and everything, but we don't wish injuries on nobody.
but
Anything
Andrew
like
Paul, Andrew Paul's nicked up. He's coming off of ACL. We don't know how he's gonna be. But if you think about it, our players being beat up in the offseason it kind of makes sense because we've played 30 games over the last 2 years. So of course you're gonna have guys that are beat up, nicked up during spring and fall camp. Man, they played in a lot of games.
Yeah, man. So, of course, high school football playing right now. Any of the players from Georgia's commitments, looking good or, shining?
This 24 class, you got Sokobe White that's been balling out. Of course, you got Dylan that's getting all the hype at Buford. He's #1 player in the nation. These Florida fans calling him Ravioli, and I think it's hilarious. T2, I sent you a video the other day where he's working with a quarterback guru right now that's been teaching quarterbacks for over 35 years. The same guy that trained Pat Mahomes that Dylan Raiola is working with. So, a lot of people have a lot of things to say. Ohio State fans mad because he decommitted from them. So as soon as a player decommits from your school, then he's automatically trash, right?
Yep, that's the word around college football.
Yeah, but you could call it Ravioli and say what you want to. I mean, he's the best player in the nation. I think he was 18 out of 27 for 2 touchdowns. They played St. Francis.
Now here's the thing. Most of the time when a guy decommits or choose a different school, here comes the fans of that school that he decommit from or didn't choose. He wasn't a take.
Right.
We pushed him out of the class.
Right.
We got better things coming.
Right. They said they got Air Nolan. Now, Air Nolan plays for Langston Hughes down here. He had a really good game. They played against Carrollton, and Carrollton has, Juju Smith, which is, a top 5 quarterback that's coming out. So, yeah, some excellent high school football games down here. But, so according to these Ohio State fans, he's going to transfer from Georgia, and he's not going to go to Georgia because I guess he moved around to different high schools in Arizona. But, it is what it is. But with Matthew Stafford being your godfather, you're not going to leave Georgia. So Ohio State fans, y'all need to just shut up.
Oh, shit. Congratulations to Georgia in NIL we trust. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, notice what happened, man. As soon as Matthew Stafford made that phone call, Kirby said, okay, Dylan, you want to come to Georgia? Okay, we're just going to take your family. We're going to get you a job. We're going to get you a place. You're going to go to Buford High. This has been in the works for probably like the last 2 years.
We're going to give you about 1,000 stocks in Tesla. Hey, man, you can't be mad at it.
Yeah.
You can't be mad at it. It's a part of the game.
Yeah,
you get with it or you get ran over.
Buford High is like 45 minutes from the University of Georgia. And the funny thing about Buford High, they're ranked #7 in the nation. Most of their top players have been committing to Alabama. They haven't been going to Georgia.
Seminole, old school. I'm just going to call you old school. Only people who hate on NIL are fans of schools that don't have it. That's tough.
That's the truth.
Anthony, what's going on with you, boss?
Hey guys, how are you? What are you guys talking about? I just joined.
We're talking about high school football, NIL.
Yeah, we're talking about the 2-time national champ Georgia Bulldogs versus the Florida Gators when it comes to logics on, receivers.
I think the one
quarterbacks
position
and
I can
running backs.
say Georgia is a lead at, like that
Almost all of them.
the defensive line. Like when you notice the past few drafts, is mainly defensive line that they have been sending into the NFL and stuff like that. Do you agree?
Well, in the past, we didn't really have that many defensive linemen being drafted. And shout out to Richard Seymour. I mean, he just got into the Hall of Fame. He's from the University of Georgia. But before Jordan Davis, before Devontae Wyatt, before Jalen Carter, we really wasn't putting D linemen in the draft like that. We was putting in linebackers, we were putting in DBs, but we really wasn't doing D linemen until Trey Scott, our defensive line coach, started recruiting these guys. And he actually pulled Jalen Carter from the state of Florida, down there in Central Florida. So they're doing well in the NFL. Our guys are excelling, as far as our D line. A lot of guys that's going to Philly. So Philly, I think Coach Schumann, if we three-peat, I think Coach Schumann will go to Philly and be their defensive coordinator up there and run the same defense that you ran.
People made a joke during the draft. Philly is becoming the university. What is it called? Georgia North.
The Philly Bulldogs. They're becoming the Philly Bulldogs.
Yeah, they do got a lot of players from Georgia. I think they almost drafted the whole Georgia football team.
Bro, if they would
they signed
Stetson
as their back, as they signed Stetson Bennett as a what is it called, undrafted free agent.
No. Stetson went to the Rams in the fourth round.
Oh no, because I originally thought he didn't get drafted.
Nah, he went to the Rams. He went to the Rams in the fourth round. But I mean, if you had Devontae Wyatt play D line right next to Jordan Davis, if he went to Philly, you'd have pretty much had Georgia's whole front seven in Philly.
I don't know. That's what I noticed with there's certain teams they make a joke about the Dolphins, where Alabama South basically we have half of the majority of Alabama's team, like 4 or 5 of Alabama's players from national championships and stuff like that on our roster.
Yeah, the funny part about Philly, you got 2 linebackers in Nakobe Dean and Noah Smith. You got the corner Keely Ringo. You got D lineman Jalen Carter. You got D lineman Jordan Davis. All these people played at Georgia, and they all know each other for years. So it's slowly turning into the Philly Dogs, man. I mean, if Schumann gets hired as defensive coordinator up there, it's over.
Yeah, and I've said this to be honest. What hurts the linebackers at Georgia a little bit, you guys are too versatile. Their linebackers in college are versatile to the point where it hurts them because you don't know what you can expect with them in the NFL. And stuff like that, because they're not playing one position through their career at linebacker, so you don't really know what to do with them. So I think
that's why your first 2 years in the league, you play all over the place. You play special teams. You play linebacker in certain spots.
When it comes to just the defense specifically,
it depends on what team you go to. I wouldn't say versatility hurts anybody. It just depends on what team you go to.
No, the reason why I say that, the perfect example of that is what's his name, the safety that plays for the Steelers now, that used to play for the Dolphins, Fitzpatrick, Mika.
Yeah,
that's what hurt him a little bit. We didn't know how to use him correctly because he was so versatile to the point where he played boundary, he played slot, he played strong, he played free. So we didn't necessarily know how to use him correctly because of the versatility on
the thing
the
about Carson, though. The thing about Carson, he doesn't have to do too much at the University of Georgia. I mean, he has receivers, he's got running backs, he's got tight ends, he's got the best offensive line in the nation. He doesn't have to do too much. He really doesn't. All he has to do is pretty much be a game manager, just like Stetson, man. Don't lose us the game. We're gonna have top 5 defense, so don't make dumb mistakes to lose us the game. And
he has a stronger arm.
Yeah, he's got a stronger arm. He's more accurate. He's just not as mobile.
He's a pure pocket passer.
I wouldn't say pure pocket passer, but I mean, he can move. He probably runs about a 4.65, 4.7, so he can get out of there if he has to. He just can't let the moment.
No, his mobility in the pocket is. I'm comparing his mobility in
Get
the
to him.
pocket to like an Aaron Rodgers. They can run. It's just to extend the pocket. It's not really to, what is it called? It's not really like a Lamar Jackson where Lamar purposely runs out of the pocket and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like that to gain yards on the ground
yeah.
to help the
That's
rushing.
true. The only thing is, I mean, he really can't get the max protection that Stetson got when you kept Big O. When you line up Big O at tight end and just use him as an extra tackle, that's why Stetson has so much time to throw the ball. Because you could put Darnell Washington on the end. You got Brock Bowers at one tight end. You got Darnell at the other tight end. You could just use Darnell as an extra tackle to give you that much more time to throw the ball.
That's what they've been saying with Darnell Washington since he got drafted. He might have to move to tackle.
I mean, they were saying if he put on 20, 30 pounds, he would be like a top 10 pick at offensive tackle, but I don't think he wants to play tackle. He wants to play tight end.
When you look at the defense that Schumann and Kirby run, would you say it's a carbon copy of the defense, the Saban defense, or is it just
No.
a variation?
No, it's a variation, and then it depends on what team you play, as in what their coverage is. Like when we played Tennessee, we rushed 5 and played man on the outside. That's all we did, and that's all they practiced Monday through Thursday. They practiced man coverage every day. They had second, third, fourth string wide receivers go up against them. They didn't get any plays off, and that's why they did so well against Tennessee. I mean, Tennessee had 6 points in 3 quarters. This is the number 1 offense in the nation. They was averaging at the time like 43, 45 points a game. Before they played us, they put them as the number 1 team in the nation. The David Ainge talked trash about the people in Sanford Stadium, said it wasn't as loud as Neyland Stadium, and got the fans all riled up. So then you have 5 false start penalties when you come down here because you talk trash about the fans, you talk trash about the stadium, and you wonder why your players can't hear and they're jumping off sides. So Tennessee, on social media, Twitter, Instagram, they ran their mouths on Facebook and said they were going to do this and put 50 points on Georgia, and they had 6 points in 3 quarters.
What is the issue with Notre Dame not allowing Stanford and Cal to join the ACC? Lucky Charms team.
I don't know. I don't know what Notre Dame's doing, but I know they got Sam Hartman, man, so they're going to be dangerous on offense. I don't know how the defense is looking, but with that quarterback, and shout out to all the FSU fans that they go into the playoffs. with Sam Hartman at quarterback and the way he be lighting up defenses in the ACC, he's going to have a lot of time to throw with Notre Dame. So I got Notre Dame as a sleeper team. I know coaches poll, AP poll, they got them down 15, 18.
All right, they say y'all, you with the Georgia talk, y'all putting them to sleep. They want to hear about.
Oh
Georgia.
yeah. They want to hear.
I'm a Hurricane fan. I'm just wondering.
Let's shift gears a little bit. Let's talk about
That's because they want to hear some controversy. That's all.
Let's talk about some freshman All-American predictions so far. Now, 247 put out an article. They were talking about the freshmen that's going to make an impact right away, All-American. So, obviously, 2 Miami Hurricanes made that list of first-team All-American as a freshman. But we're going to run through all the names real quick before we get to all of that. Offensive freshman All-American prediction. First one's up is Dante Moore, the quarterback, UCLA, obviously decommitted from Dan Lennon and went on over to UCLA. Actually having some issues over there.
Out there, Oregon.
I'm not sure if they fixed the problems over there in UCLA, but he was having some NIL technical difficulties. I don't know. I really don't know what they promised him, but I think they weren't, keeping that promise or something. So hopefully that they take care of that. I want to see what Dante Moore can do this season.
Is DJ Layaway a freshman All-American?
No, DJ Layaway is a next season guy.
I'm saying though, do you think he'll be an All-American?
You mean Lagway? Why are we calling the man Layaway?
What they call ravioli? Yeah, they call Rayola ravioli.
Yeah, but I don't know what DJ gonna do next year or this year or whatever. But Dante Moore though, he's getting All American vibes so far. Another guy that's getting All American vibes, the Texas running back, C.J. Baxter, guy that's well known in the state of Florida. I think all the Florida teams went after him. Ultimately, he chose Texas, so
So he turned his back on y'all and went to Texas.
he turned his back on everybody.
Damn.
Is Mark Fletcher one of the running backs?
Not listed, no. They just named the All American first team, so
Okay.
they already named the one running back, so that tells you no. Wide receivers, Notre Dame, Jaden Greathouse. He's getting
There go Notre
All
Dame.
American.
There go Notre Dame. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah, then you got Stanford's Tiger Batchmore. He's getting All American, all freshman. Then you got
What about
USC.
that? What about that Texas wide receiver from the University of Texas?
Nah, he's not mentioned. Actually, he is mentioned. The next guy up is Zachariah Branch. He's getting from USC. He's getting wide receivers first mentioned. Now they said a lot of other options are there. John Tay Cook. I'm pretty sure that's who you're talking about.
Yep.
End up choosing Texas because Texas actually has trophies in football other than Texas
Yep.
A&M.
Yep.
So he's being mentioned in that list too. And then you got Oklahoma, Joanne Wilson or whatever. All right, so tight ends. Luke Hass, who went to Arkansas. He's getting freshman All-American vibes. Of course, Miami Hurricanes offensive lineman Francis Maligoa. He's getting All-American vibes, freshman All-American vibes.
He should have went to Georgia.
Oh, the Florida Gators is actually in the mix with Najee Harris, another offensive lineman. He's getting All-American
Najee
vibes
Harris.
as a freshman.
What's his name? Najee Harris?
Najee Harris,
Okay.
just like the running back at what Farmer, Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna live up to that name. But anyway, Chase, another offensive lineman out of Texas A&M, got a crazy back. Last name, don't really know how to pronounce that. He's getting All-American vibes. Another offensive lineman, Caden Proctor. He's
Caden Proctor. Yep.
offensive lineman from Alabama. He's getting All-American vibes too. He's the number one offensive tackle out of that class or whatever.
Yep.
Spencer, he's an offensive lineman. Spencer Fano, he's at Utah, so he might get Florida held this first game. He's getting All-American vibes. Then you got a guy from Colorado. I guess he's like a, return and all of that kind of guy. They got him listed as AP, an athletic player, basically. So Dylan Edwards out of Colorado. So Dion
Shout
might
out
have
to
him
all the
All-American.
Colorado fans, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to all the Colorado fans.
They
I'm gonna be watching the
Let's
TCU game.
let's be honest. The only reason why half of those players went to Colorado is because of Dion. Let's
I'm gonna
be
be watching
honest.
that TCU game. That TCU game is definitely something I'm gonna watch.
What's the possibility of, let's just say, Colorado winning 8 games?
25%.
But I give it at 2. I'll put it at 2%.
Dion say he got a different team. The team y'all seen last year is absolutely not the same team you're gonna see this year.
Have you seen the practices?
I've seen some people getting blurred out there.
So according to Colorado, the receivers can't get tackled during the practice, but the running backs can. What kind of garbage is that?
Are they depleted at
That's the
receivers?
diva attitude. That's the diva attitude.
No,
right
no,
there.
no. I'm not saying they're depleted at anything, but the way they practice when they go live, full pass, the running backs can get hit and tackled, but the receivers can't. How would that make you feel as a running back?
Like you don't care. You don't matter.
Tough.
And think about it. The DBs have to make open field tackles. You got D linemen and linebackers most of the time, or maybe a safety or two making a tackle on the running back. The corners have to tackle them wide receivers. You got to make one-on-one tackles in open space, and they're not allowed to do it. They're not allowed to hit the wide receiver.
So they basically have the red jersey like the quarterbacks.
No. They're told to pull up. They're told the running backs are live. You can knock the running backs out, but you can't knock the receivers out.
I can see it now. Deion Sanders has a good year over at Colorado. They're gonna be screaming, "We want FSU." You know how FSU fans are screaming, "We want Georgia."
Wait, not if Norvell takes them to the playoff.
Wait. Which FSU fan is screaming they want Georgia?
You know all the. Come on, man. You know these FSU fans. Last year when they won 10 games, they were screaming they want Georgia.
Goodness. And they lost to Wake Forest and Louisville, right? Last year.
And Clemson. And
Clemson.
No. They didn't lose to Louisville. They pulled that one out the hat.
Did they lose to like a? I can't remember.
They lost to Clemson, NC State, and Wake Forest.
Okay, I got you.
Back to back, all three in a row.
I got
all
you.
All three ranked teams.
But they screaming, "We want Georgia." Okay, all right.
All right, so
you know it's funny. Florida State fans make fun of us, Sarge, that we lost to Middle Tennessee State or something like that. But they lose to Jackson State or something like that.
They lost to Jackson State. Yep.
Man, you know they don't look at that.
Of course not.
Florida State fans only want to look backwards when it's good.
Of course.
But if they lose, they don't want to go back to 52-10. They want to stay at 45-3.
Yeah.
But if it's something that benefits them, let's go back to when this and when that and this and no.
Yeah, I got you.
Anyway, but
revisionist history.
Yeah, so back to this all freshman list. Let's go on the defensive side now. First up is a Miami Hurricane defensive lineman, Ruben Bain. Ruben Bain is getting All-American vibes as a freshman. Who else we got on here? Peter Woods out of Clemson, another defensive lineman. Then you got Keldrick Hall. He's a defensive lineman for Auburn. And then you got another guy, Cameron. He's a defensive lineman for Nebraska.
What about Damon Wilson? Damon Wilson.
Damon
Wilson. Not on there from Georgia?
I don't see his name on there.
And Pemba not on there either?
No, I don't see none of their names. All right, so linebacker, Anthony Hill from Texas. He's getting All-American vibes as a freshman. Yeah, so far I don't see any Georgia Bulldog. Another linebacker here, Grayson Howard, linebacker for South Carolina. He's getting All-American vibes.
Popo?
Tuckton Curtis, linebacker, USC. He's getting All-American vibes. And
is Popo on that list?
Nah. DB, Martell Height, Vanderbilt. He's getting All-American vibes at the corner. Brandon Marshall, UCF. He's a DB. He's getting All-American vibes at corner. Gus Malzahn got him ruined down there. Kamani McLean, cornerback, Colorado.
Didn't we just have a video of Kamani getting burnt?
Hey, but according to 247 Sports, he's getting All-American vibes. I mean, he might actually play. He might actually start over there. So I can see where they're getting all this from.
Bro, if Colorado start Kamani, bro, he gonna get benched within the first 2 quarters.
All right, so we got a Georgia Bulldog here at DB. Janelle Aguero.
Aguero, yes.
Safety, he's getting All-American vibes at DB.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, Caleb Downs, DB,
from Alabama.
He's getting All-American vibes at safety. So those are the All-American freshmen. 2 Miami Hurricanes made the list. In Ruben Bain and Francis Maigoa. Ruben
Keep
Bang
in
on the
I'm
mind
defensive
surprised
too.
no
line.
Georgia defensive
Francis
lineman
Maligo
made all
on
that.
the offensive line.
Yeah, keep in mind too. A lot of these kids as freshmen, you know, they went to these schools because they knew they could start. They knew they could play right away.
Yeah,
So
keep in mind too, you're not going to see a lot of Georgia Bulldogs on a freshman's list because let's be honest, they're stacked at those positions through recruiting. So you don't expect to see freshmen to come on in and play significant snap to even get that kind of award.
yeah, unless you're Malachi Starks, who started as a freshman safety and played the whole year as a freshman. So if you're good enough to play, I mean, it don't matter how old you are. That's what Kirby says.
Is Jonell one of the starting safeties this year?
He's gonna be battling out the star position with Tyke Smith. So we
I
don't know.
would go with his
The
man
star position
child.
is more of a safety and linebacker position, so we don't know. He's got a hamstring injury right now. I think he's got like a grade 1 hamstring, so Tyke Smith might start maybe the first couple games. But if Aguero practices harder, if he looks better, then he'll play.
Now,
Oh.
I kind of want to check the stats to see because if we were to end up getting David Stone, I kind of want to see where we would plunge our class because I think we're at like number 15th right now.
Who's David Stone?
5-star defensive lineman.
Okay, well,
IMG right
edge.
now.
Is he edge or interior
I
guy?
think he's an interior guy, defensive
He's
tackle.
defensive tackle.
D tackle. Okay. What's his size?
6'3",
Big as a mole.
298.
That's his
6'3".
size. Big as a mall.
6'3", 300, huh?
Yeah.
Who else is
Alright,
looking
so
at him besides y'all?
Bama and Georgia.
Florida State, Georgia, Oklahoma, Florida State,
Okay.
Florida, everybody and their mama.
Okay.
Now let's see. If we were to add him to our class, we'd be up to 258. Now let me go and check the. Let me check the
Composite
team
score.
rankings. Yeah, the team rankings.
Did you see TND's? Did you T2Y? Did you see what TND said? He's like Miami All-American. Are you sure it's not FIU?
Now, so if we end up getting David Stone, we'll move up to the number 12 class. We'll go past Auburn and Clemson and be right.
Okay.
Actually, we'll be right behind Tennessee. We'll jump Oregon, Clemson, and Auburn.
Creeping up to the top 10, huh?
How about if we add Kamarion Franklin to that?
He just committed yesterday to Ole Miss.
He did?
Yeah. Where were you, man?
Oh, I did. No, I wasn't paying attention to that. Sorry.
Yeah, he's gone to Ole Miss. He committed to Ole Miss. Joe, that's why they tell you like recruiting could go any way because he's been to Miami so many times, came down here on his own dime so many times. So everybody was literally expecting him to come to University of Miami.
Same thing with KJ Bolden. KJ went to Georgia about 16, 17 times and then ended up going to Florida State.
Which I don't understand. Who's going to coach KJ at Florida State? Who is going to coach him?
He know he going to start as a freshman. They already done told him.
Hey.
Yeah, no, see, this is what I don't get with these 5-star kids. Some of these 5-star kids that commit to Georgia. You know you're not going to play right away. Why not?
Unless you're good enough. Because you might be in the rotation. You might be in the rotation, but you know, we got a standard, man. If you're good enough, like Malachi Starks, you could play as a freshman. You can start.
Honestly, I think the guy that's going to play in this class right away is Ellis.
Now I'm looking at this transfer rankings for the 2023. Colorado is number 1.
Yeah,
they got a grade
number 2.
LSU number 2, Ole Miss 3, USC is number 4, Auburn 5, Florida State 6, Miami 7, Oklahoma 8, Oregon 9. And,
of course,
UCLA
Colorado
10.
is number 1. Half their team is 80% of their team is transfers.
That's why I'm gonna say something idiotic, and I might have to take it back later on in the season. I'm gonna get Colorado 6 wins
Because of the transfers?
because of the transfers. Because we've seen it in the past, man. TCU, we've seen it with Michigan State. We've seen it with some of these teams. I'm gonna give Deion a little bit of grace. I'm gonna give him a little bit of grace with this team.
I mean,
I'm gonna
it
say they
is
go from winning 1 game to winning 6.
It is the Pac-12. I give them that. It is the Pac-12.
And all the Pac-12 members, they salty right now.
I want
They're
Deion to go to
imploding.
Auburn.
That's honestly, this is T2Y. You've watched football probably longer than both me and Sarge. What was a bigger implosion, the Big 8 or the Pac-12?
Hold on a second before I answer that. Somebody says Pat Surtain and Adam Fuller will be coaching KJ Bolden for the question y'all asked earlier. Pac-12 imploded. Pac-12 did it to themselves. They saw the Big 12 got 2 members purged by the SEC, Texas and Oklahoma. Then they saw USC and UCLA get purged by the Big Ten, and they did nothing. They sat back and watched these moves made in front of them. You got 2 of your best brands took into the Big Ten, and you did nothing in efforts to try to replace them. You didn't reach out to nobody, didn't tell anybody you would accept any kind of other teams. People was even making suggestions. Hey, San Diego State and all of them, to come into whatever it is the Pac-12 had at the time. Commissioner sat back and just watched it play. You know what? The Big 12 said, you know what? You just took our brands, you lowered our conference. We're gonna go out and pick up 4 more teams to try to, negotiate and keep our thing going.
Mm-hmm.
Then you start hearing Oregon and Washington. Those are the first 2 talks, possibly going over to the Big 10 also. So you're still going to sit down. You're not going to do nothing. You're not going to reach out to nobody. Then it came to fruition. Okay, cool. Those teams are gone. Then you start hearing, Colorado, Arizona, and all of them probably going to the Big 12. And you still sat back and did nothing. So now that the conference is down to like literally 4 teams, ain't nothing you can do now. What can you do now? Apple offered you $20 million a year. They literally gave you the lowest thing possible because they know you couldn't do no better.
Texas A&M might go to the Big 12. Arkansas might go to the Big 12.
None of them ain't going. They're not leaving.
I mean, if they do go, that opens the door for Clemson and FSU to come on to the SEC.
They're not leaving. Why? As Arkansas, why would you leave a good thing? You got 2 of the best brands in the country.
They want to win the conference.
You got the Big 10 and you got the big, and then you got the SEC. You got 2 of the biggest brands that's going to pay the most. Why would you even leave?
They want a chance to win the conference. Texas A&M ain't never going to win the SEC. Think about
Texas A&M is not leaving the SEC. They're not.
Arkansas never going to win the SEC. If I go to Big 12, I got a chance to win.
They don't care about none of that. It's all about money. It's all about money. In the way that college football is moving right now, everything's about money. The more money I can make, the more players I can pay, the more facilities I can update, stadiums I can update, and all of that. We need money.
Oh, yeah. Trust me. Georgia know all about that.
So at the end of the day, why would I go leave 2 of the richest brands in the country, which is the Big 10 and the SEC, to go join some unsure thing? And let's just say you do go over there. It's not no guarantee that you're going to win those conferences or you're going to win anything in them.
Yeah.
So,
oh my God,
I don't see nobody leaving the Big 10, and I don't see nobody leaving the Big 12, the SEC.
Yeah.
TND's being ridiculous. He says it seems like FSU isn't Miami. They don't want that JSU smoke.
I need FSU in the SEC, man. I gotta have them in the SEC, bro.
For me, as a Hurricanes fan, if we can't get into either of those conferences, I'm okay with going to the Big 12, to be honest.
T2Y, you want to go to the Big 12?
Absolutely not. I would
Why?
rather go to the Big Ten or the SEC.
No,
Big
if
Ten
we
got the
can.
money,
No, I'm
bro.
saying if we can't get if we can get into those conferences is what I'm saying.
Rather be independent.
T2, I mean, are you gonna make a video? You gonna be happy if y'all go to SEC?
Oh, of course. We're gonna come in there and kick everybody's ass. That's what I'm
No,
gonna say.
really.
That's what I'm gonna say. You already know it. You already know it.
You're not
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
be.
scared like you're not
I'm
gonna be
gonna be.
scared like
Hey,
FSU fans, right?
we go to the SEC right now. I'm gonna tell you exactly how my video gonna be. Georgia
You're not
count your days. Alabama count your days.
you're not gonna be
LSU
scared
count your
like
days.
you're
All
not
of
gonna
y'all
be scared
count your
like
days.
FSU fans. Remember when I asked them all the FSU fans what conference would they rather go to? They were like Big 10, Big 12. They didn't want to go to SEC.
Man,
Yeah,
hey, that's tough.
like no, and apparently, Jim Phillips and Sankey were in the middle of conversations to merge the ACC and SEC together.
I'm gonna say this, and I'm probably gonna regret saying this because Florida State fans are absolutely ungrateful. If Florida State would have joined the SEC, they would have a lot of success, unlike what a lot of people think. A lot of the talent that leave the state of Florida just because of that SEC logo would possibly go to Florida State.
That's true. That's true.
I'm gonna regret saying that because, like I said, Florida State fans are ungrateful.
But most of their fans
At
don't want
least
to go to SEC.
wait. At least, they're not as Florida State and Miami fans are not as delusional as Gator fans.
Yeah, out of all the Florida teams, which fan base is the most delusional? You should do a poll, T2I.
Oh, say that again.
Out of all the big three, which fan base is the most delusional?
Oh, the Gators, absolutely.
You don't even have to put a poll up. Sorry.
The Gators are the most delusional fan base in the state of Florida.
You sound like Rick James, T2I. I didn't put my boots in that couch. Yeah, I remember sitting on Eddie couch with my muddy boots in this couch.
Florida Gator fans don't even see that their team's demise is about to be televised.
I know, man.
You about to go 4-8.
Yeah, we talked about this. They said 7 to 8 wins, man. I remember.
Oh my God.
You about to go
Tebow,
4-8.
You're being
And then
ridiculous.
next year, your schedule is even harder.
Yeah, 24 is even harder. But they will.
By
they will
25, Billy will be fired.
I don't know if he's gonna get fired, but I mean they got this top 5 recruiting class for 24, but they 24 schedule is brutal.
I'm gonna make a prediction right now. Midway through the 25 season, after Miami beats Florida, they're gonna fire Billy Napier. Miami is known for firing coaches. Ex Florida State, we got rid of Willie for them.
Okay, so you saying in 24 after Miami beats Florida, Napier is done.
25.
25. Okay.
G5 Billy's gone. Yeah.
G5 sitting on the runway.
It's funny. Tebow says Miami ain't Big 3 anymore. UCF is taking that spot.
Hey, he said y'all ain't part of the Big 3, T2I.
Anthony, stop reading these people comments. If they want to comment idiocy just like that, let them donate.
There you go.
Let them hit the super chat button if they
next year,
want comments like that to be read.
My dogs, we play Clemson, Bama, and Texas next year. So when we go undefeated next year, it'll be no question. You can never say Georgia ain't played nobody.
They'll still say it.
Yeah, they'll still say it, or they'll say we cheated.
But who have you played, Lou?
But who have Georgia played? Who have they played?
Man. Oh, man. So let's look. You know what? Let's take a quick look into next week, man. Let's make some predictions. It's about that time of the year again. We can start looking.
What day is
looking at the games?
What day is the Florida Auburn game? The Florida Utah.
We about to find out. I'm about to pull up this schedule.
It's not this Thursday coming up, but next Thursday, right?
Yeah, this week is starting, I think on the 26th, if I'm not mistaken. So like 6 days. we're gonna start getting some college football. We're gonna be able to make some predictions. Who's gonna win? Who's gonna lose? All of
We
that.
6 days away for real.
We are 6 days away from college football. Yesterday was the last Saturday without college football.
Wow.
So let me go ahead and share this screen real quick. We're gonna run through some of these games like we normally do.
Is there a big
on this Saturday.
week 0?
On this Sunday, I'm sorry. Yeah, week
Is
0.
there a big week 0 this year?
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a big week 0. I wouldn't necessarily say it. Week 0 games are always most likely trash.
Notre Dame plays Navy and Ireland.
Every now and then you'll get a good game like back in 2019 when Florida and Miami played in week 0. All right, so let me go ahead and make this a little bit bigger too.
Shout out to all the midshipmen at the Naval Academy, man. They play Notre Dame in Ireland, right?
Yep. So week 1, there's actually no listed week 0s.
Wow, that's surprising.
Well, week 1 covers from Thursday to next Saturday.
All right. So football starts on the 26th, guys. On the 26th. First up, we got at 2:30 p.m. on NBC, of course, Notre Dame, the 13th ranked Notre Dame versus Navy. That'll be the game that kicks off college football this year. Obviously, I'm gonna lean with Notre Dame on that one. Not quite sure where you guys want to go, but I'm gonna lean with Notre Dame. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put the link in the chat again, guys. For any of y'all that wants to come on in, y'all can give y'all predictions too on these games. We're about to basically predict week 1. You guys can tell me who's the winners and who's the losers and everything like that. So the link is in the chat for anybody want to join in on the conversation, want to give their predictions and thoughts and all of that. You can click the link. All right, so Navy and Notre Dame. I got Notre Dame. Who y'all taking?
Notre Dame.
I'm going with the midshipmen on the upset.
Oh, you taking Navy for the upset on Notre Dame. Okay. Mr. Overdose, what's going on with you?
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. Testing 1, 2. Figured I'd get in on this smoke.
All right. So you taking Notre Dame or you taking Navy?
Sadly, I got to agree. I've seen Sam Hartman in action. Notre Dame.
Okay. So, well, you got a chihuahua?
No, that's my dog and his chew toy.
Oh yeah, you got to get away from your dog and your chew toy. We can hear him loud and clear.
You got the squeaking.
He's having a good old time over there.
Give me that. Give me that.
What kind of dog you got, my guy?
Got a Shih Tzu and a poodle.
Oh, nice.
Not my dog, my wife's dog. I feed him.
My Siberian Husky would eat both of them.
Nah, it's a standard poodle. He about 3 feet off the ground.
No, okay.
Yeah, my Siberian Husky would eat them.
Well, hey, I don't got the money to feed Siberian Husky, so more power to you, player.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, I know.
She's gentle. We got another guy here, Ken. What fan are you? Florida State. Oh man, sad to hear that. All right, so Notre Dame or Navy? Who you taking?
I'm taking Notre Dame.
All right, so there you go, Sarge. You're the only one that thinks Navy's gonna pull the upset.
Oh yeah, I got the lone wolf. I'm the lone wolf, man.
Yeah, Mr. Overdose, you're gonna have to get away from your dog, my guy. Your dog taking over the chat right now. Taking over the whole sound, everything.
Why do you want to turn up right now when I'm trying to talk company?
Yeah, we're gonna have to kick you if because the sound is killing the quality of the show right now. All right. Okay, so UTEP versus JSU, Jacksonville State, not Jackson State. Who y'all taking? UTEP.
Yeah, UTEP.
UTEP.
JVS.
UTEP.
I got UTEP.
I'm gonna take UTEP also. Sorry, Jacksonville State University or whatever. You beat Florida State, but you ain't gonna beat UTEP. I think we got a JSU fan in the chat anyway. Yeah, he been in here talking all kind of crazy mess. You're definitely not gonna beat them, UTEP. I say go ahead and put $20 on JSU. Easy money you will make. Nah, we going with UTEP, my guy. Sorry. UMass versus New Mexico State. That's at 7. We all taking.
New Mexico State.
New Mexico State.
That's a tough one right
I'm
there.
gonna go with UMass, man.
I'm gonna take UMass too. We got some former Hurricanes on that team. I know Thad Frank went over there. So I'm gonna just take UMass for the hell of it. New Mexico State I never really heard anything good about them, to be honest. Ohio at San Diego State.
I'm gonna go with
San Diego
I'm gonna go
State.
with San Diego State, the Aztecs.
Yeah, I'm gonna take San Diego State too.
Ohio.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with San Diego.
T2R, y'all lost to them in basketball, right?
No. That was FAU.
Oh, okay, I got you.
FAU lost to them. No, we lost to the champions.
Got you.
Hawaii at Vanderbilt.
Go with Vandy.
Hawaii.
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt.
Vandy.
I'm gonna take Vandy too.
I got Vandy beating Florida again this year too.
Last year, I think Vandy dropped like 60 on Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Vandy.
They beat them over in Hawaii.
I got Vandy beating Florida for the second year in a row.
All right, so now you got San Jose State versus USC.
SC.
San Jose.
USC.
SC, man.
I have San Jose State upsetting USC.
Smoking some good shit, boy.
That's a bold prediction right there. Lincoln Riley probably looking up in the air like, what the?
Shit finna be ugly.
Man, I'm gonna go with USC on that one. Caleb Williams, the Heisman Trophy winning
Their
quarterback,
defense
he's
is
back.
horrible.
Yeah, but their offense is good enough to beat San Jose at least.
Shout out to Bear Alexander, man, for
He just
taking the
spit it
money.
on people's face, man. They finna lose.
Bear Alexander took the money and went to USC.
That's tough right there. And to wrap it up on the 26th, you got FIU versus Louisiana Tech.
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
FIU.
I'm going with Louisiana Tech, man.
I got a coin in here somewhere. I got to flip it for this one.
I'm going with Tech.
That's a 50. Honestly, FIU Louisiana Tech is 50-50.
You know what? I'm gonna put some respect on FIU. I'm gonna go with FIU. No. I take it back. It's in Louisiana. I'm gonna take LA Tech for the win. I'm gonna take LA Tech for the
Coach
win.
Van Dyke came from the U. Got to support him.
I'm gonna still take LA Tech for the win. I don't think he can make that great of an impact. All right, so that Thursday, the 31st, you got Elon at Wake Forest.
Wake Forest.
Wake
Forest.
Yeah, I'm going Wake Forest. That'll be a cupcake for them.
Yeah, Wake.
Plus, we've seen Wake Forest for the last 4 years beat the brakes off Florida State, so I'm definitely taking Wake. I gotta throw that in there. So you got Kent at UCF.
UCF.
I'm going with Kent State, man.
The Knights gonna take it.
I'm going with Kent State.
Why are you going with Kent? I gotta hear
Because
that.
I don't like Gus, bro.
Nah. Are you familiar with Kent State?
No. I don't like Gus, so I'm going with Kent State.
So
Did Georgia play Kent State last year?
Yeah.
Are you familiar with Kent State?
Nope.
You don't want to go back down memory lane?
Nope, don't want to go back down memory lane. Nope.
The defending champs that almost got taken advantage of by Kent
Yeah,
State.
man, it was another struggle win. It was one of our 15 struggle wins.
Yeah, that's tough. I'm gonna take UCF though. I think they'll win in the same fashion that Georgia won.
They're gonna win, but yeah, the MAC teams are scrappy.
All right, so we got Rhode Island Rams at Georgia State.
Panthers.
Yeah, I'm gonna just take Georgia State. I don't even know
Georgia
who beat
State.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Yeah, Georgia State, man.
Yeah, like I said, man, that first week, some of them games gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be some teams you never heard of, but if they playing and it's the only thing on TV, I'm definitely watching it. This one you got St. Francis at Western Michigan.
Western Michigan.
Western Michigan. The
Western.
MAC.
I might actually broadcast some of these games because they are on ESPN Plus. So I might actually play some on the channel.
And Western Michigan plays a mean spread offense, so they might run up the score on them.
Yeah, so I might actually play these on T2Y Live. I won't play them on the main channel. I'm gonna play them on T2Y Live. Both of these games come on at the same time, so I guess I'll just pick the best one and we'll watch them. I'll broadcast it on YouTube. Where we at? Oh, NC State at Connecticut.
NC State.
NC State at UConn. I'm gonna take
NC State.
I'm gonna take NC State.
NC State.
I think that's gonna be a good game, though. I don't think they just.
I'm taking my home in the upset. Hopefully Jim Moore can get him.
Oh snap! So UConn with the upset. All right, here's a good one to be featured on that 31st. You got Florida at Utah.
Hey, TTY, you gonna go live after this one?
After this one, nah, I ain't going live after that one. That's an 8:00 game. Might get done around damn near 12 o'clock. I ain't going live at no damn 12 o'clock on a Thursday night when I got to work.
Utah blows them out. It's at Utah.
What about Friday? You gonna go live on Friday?
I'm gonna be live on Saturday.
Oh, okay. So you gonna
Actually, I am gonna be live Friday. It's Gator Friday. It's Gator Friday. I forgot.
Yeah, so you're gonna give the Gators
So
a
they
chance
get.
to.
Oh, this is perfect. They lose or win on that Thursday, and we talk about them on that Friday. That's perfect.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
That's perfect. So yeah, dang, somebody say Utah destroyed Florida by 28.
By 28?
By 28. 4 touchdowns. I think they fired Billy after that one. Shit. Go to Utah and lose by 28 if you want to.
He says 28. I go even further. They lose by 31.
Wow. And I thought I was a troll.
I got Florida taking the dub.
Oh snap.
How many points?
By 3.
By 3?
Yeah.
Hey, I know you're a Florida fan, but I'm saying you got that much faith in Graham Mertz?
Hey man,
I ain't no Florida fan.
It's a Florida fan in the chat that's saying he'll take all bets right now.
I said 3 points, nigga.
It's a Florida fan in the chat right now. So he'll take any bets.
Okay. All right.
He said, y'all talking that Utah stuff. Put your money where your mouth at.
Okay. All right. We're gonna revisit this.
I like Florida for 3 points. 10-7.
I don't trust Mertz. I really don't trust Graham
He
Mertz.
said 10-7.
All right, Nebraska at Minnesota.
My bad. I mean to insult Buddy as a Florida fan.
Let's go with Nebraska, man.
Minnesota.
Nebraska gonna beat them by 21.
I'm gonna go with Minnesota because they was the last team to three-peat, and we're gonna be the next team. So I'm gonna go with Minnesota.
All right,
Minnesota by 2.
hey, the bets are coming in, man.
It ain't nothing like
Master of Dreams, he's a Florida fan. He said he got 200 on Florida. Anybody want to take that?
We're gonna revisit that.
I just said I like Florida for 3 points, 7-3.
Yeah, but if you don't, anybody that don't like Florida, my guy said he got 200 on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Tell them get on betonline.net. They'll take the 200 from him.
Yeah.
You're wasting your Master of Dreams. You're wasting your $200. You have too much faith in Mertz.
All right, so you got South Dakota at Missouri.
Mizzo.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Missouri too. Speaking
Shout
of
out to
Missouri,
Jake Garcia.
as-
Shout out to Jake Garcia.
I was just about to get into that. Jake Garcia will not be the starting quarterback at Missouri. They made the decision. It's going to come down to them other two quarterbacks. I saw they posted it last night. So Jake did not make the starting quarterback position.
That's tough.
He might actually be third string.
Wow.
Was it because he learned the playbook yet, or they doing some other?
No, they didn't go into details behind the decisions. So I don't really know why. But Missouri, all right. Then you got Arkansas Pine versus Tulsa.
Tulsa.
I'm gonna take Tulsa.
Add it to the list.
That'll be a warm up game for Tulsa.
Who again?
Arkansas Pine versus Tulsa.
Arkansas Pine
Arkansas,
Bluff.
man.
Pine Bluff.
I'm going
Yeah.
Arkansas.
I'm taking Tulsa. All right. North Carolina A&T versus UAB.
UAB for sure.
The Blazers.
UAB.
Yeah, all the way.
Yeah, my homeboy coaching out there, so I'm gonna go with UAB.
Then you got Southern Utah at Arizona State.
Arizona State.
Yeah.
Jaden Rashada might actually be the starting quarterback this year too. Last
Yeah,
time I
Arizona
seen, they
State,
said he was making a push for it, so he might actually start. Shout out to Jaden Rashada. I know Florida fans probably punching air right now. They got to deal with Graham Mertz when they could have had a Jaden Rashada as a starter. They saying they putting out great things about him. They say he already got an NFL arm, so
But of course, Florida fans bring up they already have DJ Lagway, so they don't
From
care.
our DJ Layaway.
It's layaway.
DJ Layaway.
All right. Let's move on into the next day, which is September the 1st. You got Howard at Eastern Michigan.
Eastern Michigan.
Again, the MAC.
I think that's anonymous. Central Michigan at Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Now Tucker about to make a whole new debut this year.
Shout out to Coach Tucker, man. It's from the Kirby tree.
Man, I think that should be an easy win for him. And then you got Miami, Ohio at Miami. That's on ACC Network at 7 p.m. I will be at that game.
Miami gonna win, but which Miami?
Miami Hurricanes.
Which Miami? I don't know.
I'm gonna say Miami by 28.
Hurricanes by 21, 24.
I ain't picking in that game, but I'm gonna go with Miami Hurricanes too.
And that's from
Miami
Florida. That's from
honestly
Florida State
Miami by 10.
I
said by 10?
I say Miami by at least 20. 20. Yeah, by 20.
Anthony, you said Miami by 10?
Hey, Miami.
Stop it. Get some help.
Ain't no way in hell we beating them boys by 10.
Anthony, not the hookah.
Maybe 30, man. Stop it.
Not the hookah.
If we beat them boys by 10, we in trouble.
No, because we're still learning. That it's the first weekend. We're still learning the new offensive play. The
Hold
offense
on,
usually
not the
takes.
hookah.
Nah,
The
them boys know
defense
they already
is
know the play.
bananas.
They already
Hurricane Bane is wreaking havoc.
That boy trolling, bro. Ain't no way he talking about 10. But I do think Florida gonna win by 3 though, no lie.
10-7. 10-7, right?
Yeah.
Man, that's crazy. Then you got a good one here. You got Louisville versus Georgia Tech.
Louisville.
Tech trash, boy.
Louisville.
I'm gonna take Georgia Tech for the upset. I gotta have some
over
upset.
Cunningham, bro.
I'm gonna take them for the upset. I gotta pick an upset somewhere. This is the only one I can really see.
Shout out to Sea-Dog, man. Shout out to Sea-Dog.
I'm gonna pick Georgia Tech for the upset.
Mm-hmm.
I could be totally wrong. Probably he is gonna be totally wrong, but I'm gonna pick that one for the upset. Missouri State at Kansas.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Kansas.
I'm gonna take Kansas on that too. Stanford at Hawaii.
Hawaii.
I'm gonna take Stanford.
Hawaii.
I think anything that go over to Hawaii gonna burn that place down. Oh damn, was that too early?
That's too early, man.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that, T2I.
I seen Vanderbilt go over there last year and drop 60 on them. I'm taking Stanford.
So you saying Vanderbilt lit a fire under Hawaii?
Oh my God. Let's keep it moving. September the 2nd. That's Saturday. This Saturday coming up. You got East Carolina at Michigan. Michigan comes into the season as the number 2 team ranked in the country.
Come on, man. You know Michigan, man.
Michigan.
Now, here's something that's surprising to me. That game is going to be played on Peacock.
Yep.
So that game right there is going to be broadcast on Peacock. Now, I got a Peacock, so, I can watch it. But how many people y'all know that got Peacock?
It'll be over in the first quarter.
How the hell do you get Michigan to play on Peacock?
Sound like a bag was dropped somewhere.
Yep.
It had to be.
The question is, what is the? Is there another big game during that hour that they have?
It is a 12 o'clock game.
Yeah, it's at 12.
Even a better game being played. You got you got Virginia at Tennessee at 12 o'clock on ABC. So that's a better game.
Virginia on the upset.
I'm taking Tennessee all the way.
Them 12 o'clock games for a reason,
I think that new quarterback they got, Joe, I think he's gonna do pretty well this year.
Virginia on the upset. Virginia by a field goal.
Hey, Miss Ellen, I feel you on that. I got Peacock too. I've been watching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I've been watching all that stuff that they got on there. They got a few good things.
I have Tennessee by 3.
But I'm definitely taking Tennessee for that win. I ain't even gonna play with them boys like that. Another good game on too at 12 o'clock. You got Colorado at TCU. That'll be on Fox.
TCU.
Texas Christian.
TCU at who?
Colorado
at TCU.
I got TCU winning 65-7.
Crazy.
Deion gonna make his debut at Colorado.
Bro, but you know what I'm saying? It ain't because Deion. Like, I just feel like TCU is there and Colorado ain't.
TCU gonna win 67-5.
I doubt that, but they're gonna beat them bad.
Man, week 1 upset. Colorado gets the dub.
Don't do that.
No. I'm not saying that for me, but what would that be like?
Oh, Dion gonna go to the playoffs after that.
Yeah, they're going 12-0. They're going 12-0.
You know what? I'm gonna make that a narrative. I'm taking Colorado. Colorado for the upset on TCU.
Oh my gosh.
Dion his first Colorado D1 win. If it happened, I sound like a genius.
They're gonna get blown out, and then everybody's gonna blame it on Dion's foot because he missing 2 toes.
All right, so let's keep it moving. We got Arkansas State at Oklahoma. That's also at 12 o'clock on ESPN.
Oklahoma.
I don't even like you, Brett Venables. I really want to say Arkansas State, but I'm too smart for that. I'm gonna take Oklahoma.
Have faith, you two white. Just say it. Just say
Brett Venables had a lot to say about Mario
Arkansas State.
He had a lot to say about them Hurricanes and Mario Cristobal this offseason because we was battling for so many recruits or whatever. But I'm gonna still take Oklahoma, even though I really want to say Arkansas.
Have Oklahoma.
You know you don't want to say no Arkansas. Stop playing.
I really want to say Arkansas State, but I know better.
You gotta be trolling.
I just don't like Brett Venables. Simple. All right, you got Utah State at Iowa. Iowa's actually ranked number 25th.
Iowa.
25th in the country right now.
Iowa.
I think that could be an upset too.
Who now?
I really don't trust Iowa like that.
Iowa
don't live up to these rankings. Utah State.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Utah State.
I think I want to go that way too. I want to lean with Utah State for the upset.
Iowa ain't been good in some time too.
Hey man, I might have to agree with you on that, my guy. You said that Brett Venables is mid. As a head coach, probably. Defensive coordinator, he's a hell of a defensive coordinator, I'll tell you that much.
I feel like some people just meant to do exactly that, like be old coordinators.
Venables is a defensive coordinator. He already showed his coaching when he tried that at Charlotte. So there that goes.
I'm just saying. All right, Ball State at Kentucky.
Ball State.
What?
Kentucky, man. Stop playing.
You joking, right?
Gotta go with Kentucky.
Yeah, we're gonna take Kentucky. You got Bowling Green. Yeah, Bowling Green at Liberty.
Bowling Green.
I'm taking
Liberty.
I'm taking Liberty.
At Bowling
I
Green.
better put some respect on Liberty. They've been making a name for themselves the last couple of years.
Go with Bowling Green, man.
Then you got Fresno State at Purdue.
At who?
Fresno State in the upset.
Fresno State over who?
Purdue.
I'm gonna go with Purdue, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Fresno.
All right, so we got some Purdue. We got some Fresno. I'm going Purdue. All right, LA Tech at SMU.
SMU.
We got a lot of Canes, former Canes, to be watching in that game. Jalen Knighton and a whole bunch of them, transferred over there with Red Lashley. So we're gonna see what they can do week 1.
Maybe they had that Orlando Magic effect.
Who knows? North Illinois at Boston College.
Northern Illinois.
Boston College, man.
I'm gonna take Boston College.
NIU.
I think it's gonna be a close game though. Then you got Long Island University versus at Ohio.
Ohio.
Yeah, I'll take Ohio too. RMU. That is Robert Morris at Air Force.
Air Force.
Yeah,
Air Force.
I'll take Air Force. If I'm not mistaken, Robert Morris is HBCU. Then you got Mercer at Mississippi, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss in a
Mississippi.
blowout.
Man, somebody sound like they had to register.
Yeah, that's me, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey man, get me a box of condoms. No, man, I'm kidding. You got East Tennessee at Jacksonville State.
East Tennessee.
I'm gonna take Jacksonville State.
Jacksonville.
East, that's tough. I'm gonna go with Jacksonville State too.
I think they'll come out and put on a performance like they did against Florida State. You got Northern Iowa at Iowa State.
I'm going Iowa State.
Iowa State.
Iowa State too.
Iowa State.
Then you got Akron at Temple.
Akron.
Akron.
I'm gonna take Temple.
I'm gonna take Temple, man.
I'm gonna take Temple. Now Akron, Lingard will be the running back over there. I know it sounds crazy, right?
Yeah, because wasn't he at Florida?
He was at Miami. He
was
came
at
in Miami as a 5-star, transferred to Florida,
And
sat
then
there for all them years and ain't do nothing. Now he's at Akron. That's crazy.
Nigga was a Florida State commit. Then he flipped to Miami.
That's crazy.
He went through all the schools.
You got Portland State at Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah,
Oregon in a blowout.
Easy win for Oregon. Ohio State at Indiana.
Ohio
State.
Ohio State.
Yeah, definitely Ohio State. Boise State at Washington.
Washington. That young man Penix is evil.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Washington too, but I wouldn't be surprised if Boise State upset them. Rice at Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, definitely Texas. Can't lose to Rice. Then you got Tennessee State at Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Buffalo at Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, most of these games are gimmies. UMass at Auburn.
Auburn.
Yeah. You got Towson Tigers at Maryland.
Maryland.
Towson.
Maryland be playing.
That's going to be interesting to watch Maryland, though, because you know Josh Gaddis went over there.
Towson.
So he should be calling the offense at Maryland this year.
Yeah. Loxley ain't gonna go for that.
You'll see. That's going to be interesting. Maryland football is going to be interesting this year if you're a Miami Hurricane. USF at Western Kentucky.
USF.
Western Kentucky.
Western Kentucky.
I'm going to take Western Kentucky, too. I ain't got no beliefs in USF.
I'm going to go with USF.
You got Wolford at Pitt.
Pitt.
All right. You got Eastern Kentucky at Cincinnati. Then you got Gordon Webb at App State. Western Carolina at Arkansas.
Carolina.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Carolina.
You got Southeast Louisiana at Mississippi State.
Mississippi.
Yeah, I'll take this.
Yeah, Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
You got Cal at North Texas.
Cal.
Yeah. Colgate at Syracuse.
Syracuse.
Colgate.
All right. You got Bryan at UNLV.
UNLV.
University of Las Vegas.
They got a running back, man. Nigga raw.
You got UT Martin at Georgia.
Georgia. Let's not even bother with that.
Yeah.
It would be embarrassing if they used lots of UT.
Yeah.
South Carolina State at Charlotte.
South Carolina State.
Charlotte.
I'm gonna take Charlotte.
Take Charlotte.
All right. Then you got Monmouth at FAU.
Monmouth.
Because if I remember, they're a D2, D3 powerhouse.
I'm gonna go FAU, man.
I'm gonna take FAU too. Oh man, you got a Citadel at Georgia Southern.
Georgia Southern,
bro. That running back. What's his name? Son? Your son?
I don't know him, to be honest with you. I don't know none of these teams like that.
Them Sunbelt teams pretty raw too.
You said Georgia Southern, right? The red and white ones.
Nah, they blue.
Southern. Hold on.
All right, you got Bucknell at JMU. James Madison. You got Albany at Marshall. Nevada at USC. Then you got Maine at FIU.
Yeah, FIU too.
You said T2I got the Animal Kingdom in the background. Hey, that ain't me, my guy. Where we at? Southeast Missouri at Kansas State.
Kansas State.
Okay. New Mexico at Texas A&M.
A&M.
New Mexico beat them, man.
All right, so you got Army at Louisiana Monroe.
Louisiana.
Army.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Army.
Monroe.
All right, you got Alabama A&M at Vanderbilt.
I'm going with
Vandy.
You got Washington State at Colorado State.
Washington State.
Wazoo.
Texas State at Baylor.
Baylor.
UTSA at Houston.
UTSA.
I'm taking UTSA.
Over Houston?
Yes.
I'll take Houston, but whoever's taking over for Clayton Tune, that's gonna be the problem.
I'm taking UTSA for the upset. All right, you got Central Arkansas at Oklahoma State.
Oklahoma State.
Bethune-Cookman at Minnesota. I'm sorry, Memphis.
Memphis.
Which Memphis it is?
There's only one Memphis. The Memphis Tigers. I'm gonna go with Memphis on that. Bethune-Cookman is absolutely terrible. we all saw the fiasco that happened over the off season with Ed Reed.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrible. Now we played Bethune-Cookman the third game. It's gonna be interesting because former Miami Hurricane Deshaun Troutman, he's over there now. He was talking a lot of trash on Twitter about when we played Miami. He said Miami gonna have to see him. So all right, we'll see.
Damn well they ain't got enough athletes over there.
I don't know why he even said that, but we're gonna beat the brakes off on him. Alcorn State at Southern Miss.
Alcorn and upset.
Oh,
Southern Miss.
I'm gonna take Southern Miss, but that would be interesting. Shout out to my boy Sippy. Shout out to Sippy. You're a YouTuber. You do Southern Miss content. Had a couple shows with him last year since we beat the brakes off on.
That's what Frank Gorson go at. Southern Miss.
Yep.
All right, so you got Stephen F. Austin at Troy.
Troy.
Let's take
Stephen
Troy.
F. Austin.
Oh man. Middle Tennessee at Alabama. Middle Tennessee State at Alabama.
Alabama.
That's the Middle Tennessee that beat Miami.
Yeah. That same team.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Alabama.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Alabama too. I see you throw some salt right there.
I mean, you've been throwing it all morning. I just let it slide.
Yeah. I kind of felt that one. I ain't gonna lie. The wounds are still open. Western Virginia. I'm at West Virginia at Penn State.
Penn State.
That should be a good game right there.
Yeah, it is going to be a good game, but Joey Porter got that defense rolling.
Oh, West Virginia.
So you ain't going to give Manny Diaz no credit?
He will not be named.
Manny Diaz got that defense rolling.
He who will not be named.
Why we doing Manny like that, man?
I have West Virginia in the upset.
Like you said, wounds still open.
I mean, y'all fired him though.
Nah, we ain't fired him. He fired himself.
Yes.
Manny has y'all looking better than. We ain't gonna go into that.
Yeah, we're not.
Nah, we can. We can go into the offline.
We ain't gonna go into that.
All right, so you got the 21st ranked North Carolina at South Carolina.
North Carolina.
That should be a good one too.
North Carolina.
South Carolina.
I'm taking South Carolina.
Over Drake May?
Yes.
I think.
I'm looking at one player. That North Carolina defense is ass.
True.
South Carolina ain't gonna be no scrub this year now.
But you can outscore. You can outscore a person. You know what I'm saying? That defense don't really matter.
That's pretty much what you got to do to beat North Carolina. Outscore them. We for the last couple of years, we going back and forth with them. Both teams been scoring in the 40s.
That's what I say. North Carolina. North Carolina will beat them in the shootout.
Yeah.
Drake special, man.
I'm taking South Carolina. I can see
I
that
think
game going either way though.
This game is gonna be the highest scoring game during the week. I think it's gonna be like 67, 66 or something like that.
It could be.
Yeah, I can see it going either way, but I'm gonna take South Carolina. Then you got Toledo at Illinois.
Toledo.
Yeah, I want to take Toledo for that upset. I don't believe in Illinois. Texas Tech at Wyoming.
I'm going Texas Tech.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Texas Tech too. Northwestern State at Louisiana Raging Cajuns.
Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Louisiana too. I think them boys can win without Billy Napier. I think that Billy Napier kind of built a well-oiled machine over there. Whatever. They ain't fall off since he left. It's gonna be interesting to watch them play Florida State this season too.
Watch who play Florida State.
Raging Cajuns. I think they play y'all if I'm not mistaken.
We ain't falling for it.
You say that now.
We ain't
but we
bro,
you say that now, but we know Norvell loses games he's not supposed to.
Don't start that, bro. We having a good morning. I don't want to get it to what happened to y'all and what you been and all that stuff. We let's keep going. Keep it going, TY.
All right, you got South Alabama at Tulane.
We go with Tulane, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Tulane too.
Tulane.
Who did Tulane beat in that bowl game to finish off the season?
It was an ACC team. I can't remember who it was though.
Somebody lost to Tulane in that bowl game. I can't remember. Old Dominion at Virginia Tech.
At who?
At Virginia Tech.
I'm gonna go with Old Dominion, man.
I don't trust Virginia Tech. I'm gonna choose Dominion.
Oh, Tulane beat you. Dang, somebody got a kid crying. Dang. Who getting a whooping this early? I'm gonna take. That's a tough one. Old Dominion been having Virginia Tech number lately.
I'm gonna go with Old Dominion, bro.
I want to give Virginia some grace, though. Man, I'm gonna take Virginia Tech, but it's gonna be a close game.
Old Dominion be playing too, though.
I think if Old Dominion win, it won't be a surprise to me, though. But for the sake of it, I'm just gonna go with Virginia Tech. You got Western Illinois. Oh, dang. Yeah, you gotta mute yourself when them loud noises, boss.
Got you.
Sound like you just flushed the toilet. The whole world done heard that one.
No, that was that little blower shit.
All right, so you got Western Illinois at New Mexico State. I'll just take New Mexico State for the hell of it.
Western Illinois.
Well, New Mexico State, man.
You got Incoordinate Words versus UTEP. I'm gonna take UTEP.
Then we picked these. I got UTEP again.
Yeah, UTEP played twice. They play on the 26th and on the 3rd.
Now UTEP gonna be 2-0 going into week 3.
Hey, it could be. North Arizona at Arizona.
Arizona.
Yeah, definitely Arizona. Then you got Sam Houston at BYU.
BYU.
Yeah, BYU definitely. Central Carolina at UCLA.
UCLA.
I'm gonna take UCLA, but I'm gonna keep that one on the burner for an upset. I'm gonna keep that one in the burner for an upset. Coastal Carolina ain't no
pushovers.
Yeah. Idaho State at San Diego State.
I'm going to San Diego again.
San Diego.
Yeah, I'm gonna take San Diego. And to wrap it up on that Sunday, you got Northwestern at Rutgers.
Go Northwestern. Nah, I go with Rutgers. I'm gonna go with Rutgers. Northwestern got too much
too.
stuff going on, man.
Northwestern.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Rutgers. Northwestern got way too much scandals going on.
They got it going.
I don't even know if they got a head coach in place yet.
Nah, that's what the Georgia court wide receiver coach finna go. I mean that Ohio State.
What are you talking about? Hardline?
Yeah, he's gonna go over there and coach that.
Yeah, they still. It's crazy because the season about to start and they still ain't named a head coach. How is that even Northwestern? Man, what is going on? Is it that hard to hire a coach right now?
Guess so.
All right.
Yeah, it's
Well,
close to the season. I think it's hard in general to hire a coach when it's close. Is it 2 weeks before the season starts or a week?
it's a week.
Yeah, it's a week before the season start, and I don't think most coaches are gonna want to leave where they are.
Shoot, if the dollar sign is right, they gonna go.
For real. Let them coaches lie to you, man. Jimbo said he wasn't going nowhere for 7 months.
Shoot, didn't Nick Saban tell y'all he wasn't leaving Miami Dolphins?
Yeah, all of them say
That was
that.
that was the biggest. That's the biggest one right there. Just use that as an example. You can't trust none of these coaches.
All of them say that.
So man, we'll see. Oregon State at San Jose State.
Oregon State.
I guess Oregon State.
All right. So game of the week to wrap it all up. Game of the week. Hold on, let me put the link in the chat. Buddy just fell off. Okay, there you go. I really want his thoughts on this one. So you got the number 5 LSU Tigers versus the number 8 overranked Florida State Seminoles. LSU versus Florida State.
Both of them are overranked, to be honest.
To end that weekend, LSU at Florida State. The game will be played in Orlando. I'm going to take LSU, and I ain't being biased. Yes, I am. I'm definitely being biased. I'm taking LSU for the win. It is what it is.
Both teams are overranked, to be honest.
Both of them overranked. Florida State is getting too much hype. They ain't really like that.
They're not that good. They're not that good.
I'm taking LSU for the win.
I got LSU.
As a matter of fact, I'm taking LSU to win by 10 points.
Dang.
Now, let's see what ESPN got to say about this game. Let's see what them predictors are saying. Let's see where they're going with this one. I think LSU is a 3-point favorite, if I'm not mistaken, but we about to see. So, yeah, LSU, they're giving LSU, call it a 66, the percentage-wise. ESPN is predicting that LSU is going to win this game.
What changed for LSU that didn't change for FSU? Ask me
I'm
what
gonna tell you what
changed
they
for
think.
LSU.
Y'all made similar improvements.
So what changed for them that didn't change for us?
They could actually beat a ranked opponent.
What changed from them getting beat by us last year that didn't change for us beating them last year?
That 1-point victory was kind of lucky, boy. They couldn't throw the ball at
Ain't
all.
nothing
I
lucky
said,
about winning the game.
there is some luck involved in winning some games.
Ain't no luck in that, man. That game came down to
They got a quarterback.
They would have went into overtime.
A blocked field goal is what got y'all that win.
Bro, listen. We won the game, right? Or did we lose the game? And if just being
You guys
honest,
won,
bro,
but it wasn't as
just being completely honest, bro. We were supposed to win that game by 2 touchdowns, literally, bro. Don't worry,
basically, you're telling
what
me
if
that y'all got openings.
We gonna win.
You're telling me that y'all got flaws in y'all game because y'all was up by 14 and they still knocked that shit down.
What I'm telling you,
LSU quarterback could pass a little bit. They would have had y'all.
Bro, we gonna win 42-28. Our whole front line on defense, our whole O line better. We got way more playmakers on the at receiver.
I heard that.
The running game still the running game. Our secondary is looking stout, bro. We couldn't. Our zone coverage was trash.
All right, so the over and under is 56.5. The line is LSU by 2.5. So they're saying that LSU is going to come down here in Orlando and beat the Seminoles 7:30 live coverage on ABC. That's what they're saying. That's what the books, the sports
KK,
books
I'm saying it's the
I'll
score is gonna be 17-14 LSU.
KK, I ain't gonna lie. I hope y'all win. Because I really want to. Because I know we're going to be undefeated by the time we meet y'all. I hope y'all be the same.
I'm going to tell you how I feel about it.
FSU. I don't like those guys.
That's how I feel about it. LSU for the win.
So you don't care if they be winless.
FSU could go 0-12 for all I care.
No, we need some help with the poll, man. We need some quality wins.
We don't need no help this season, man. This season ain't our season.
No, we going 12-0. You're right. We ain't gonna need nobody help.
Wait, what?
Miami going 12-0.
Hey, they focus. Sound like they focusing too.
All right, so quick disclaimer. Studio One's opinion is not T2I's opinion. Don't nobody go around telling people that I'm saying we're going 12-0.
Y'all remember cut this clip. So when we 10-0, be like T2Y, don't jump on the bandwagon now.
Hey man, if we go 6-0 the first couple games, nigga, I'm already on that bandwagon.
Okay, well then get ready after we ain't
I'm in wait and see mode. Hey, that's it. I'll be delusional sometime, but not that much. Not that.
You can't go we can't go by the previous years every year. I know we've been drinking the Kool-Aid and getting disappointed, but one of these years,
y'all been
this
drinking
year,
Kool-Aid for 20 years.
Right back on the scene.
Nah, I'm good. But then to wrap up the whole weekend, that Monday night we got a football game. At 8 o'clock, you got Clemson at Duke. You got Clemson at Duke on that Monday night.
You got Clemson, man.
I'm gonna take Duke for the upset.
I know you got us
I'm
being
gonna take
Clemson,
Duke
man.
for the upset. Nah, I don't.
Yeah, if you take Duke
Y'all
over
ain't.
Clemson, I know you got us beating them.
I don't. Listen, I ain't got y'all beating nobody other than probably North Alabama. I think y'all played North Alabama, if I ain't mistaken. Y'all probably beat them. Yeah, I'm definitely taking Duke for the upset on Clemson.
Man, this season can't get here fast enough.
So I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
But we ain't been able to talk smack in a while, boy. This the year.
Man, I can't wait, man.
I can't wait. That offensive line so serious. Listen, y'all know the second scrimmage, TVD hit young Kobe for a 99-yard bomb and could have had another 90-some yard. He dropped the ball.
We going vertical. People ain't trying to hear it though.
Harold had a 70-yard bomb. TVD dropping the dimes.
TVD.
They ain't trying to hear it though, Studio One. I try to tell them that TVD picked up where Rhett Lashley left.
The year before that, he balled out. So
I'm trying to tell him he picked right up where Rhett Lashley was, but nobody ain't trying to hear me though.
Cowboys funny.
I'm just a troll. I'm just a troll on the internet.
I be needing them laughs, man.
What's good, everybody?
Last year we had one running back, Parrish.
Yo, Sam, you're a little bit late, but everybody picked the Utah to beat y'all.
That's fine.
They all say y'all probably gonna lose by 28.
28? Nah, not with their third string quarterback. More like probably 3.
Who gonna lose to Utah?
Florida.
They gonna win that game by 3 points.
Oh man, you heard that, Sam? That's a Florida State fan giving y'all a win now.
Florida State just want Florida to stop telling them that they're gonna lose to LSU.
I don't care. I think that y'all gonna beat Utah. Y'all it's gonna be 7-10.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I just think that y'all really doubting Florida
Nah,
offense like that.
I keep it a buck, man. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I
All
don't
right, so
see
since we
y'all
want to
losing
talk
to Utah.
LSU, Florida State, Sam, what you think?
You want me to be honest? I'm not gonna be biased, but you want me to be honest?
100% honest.
If I'm being completely honest with you, I really think being that LSU gonna have a ranked number behind them, they're gonna beat the piss out of Florida State. I'm sorry, y'all wasn't even supposed to look like a game last year.
Hold on, man. You got to say that again. I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I said being that LSU has some ranked numbers behind them, they're gonna beat the piss out of Florida State. That's
Hold
their
on.
kryptonite. They
I
can't
think I
beat
need
a
to turn my
ranked.
headphones up a little bit. Hold on. Say that one more time.
Hold on. I got you.
There you go. Say it one more time.
Okay, you can hear me now?
Yeah. I
Good.
heard you the first 2 times.
Hey man, I'm actually over here. I don't went and got my headphones and stuff.
I love
I
love it.
I said being that FSU, not FSU, but LSU will have some ranked numbers behind them, behind their logo.
I love it.
They're gonna beat the piss out of FSU. Not only that, you just pointed out. I was listening. You said y'all.
LSU.
You said y'all got all y'all people returning and all that stuff. So does LSU. They have just as much, if not more, talent coming back. And their quarterback is on par with y'all quarterback. So it's really going to be a good game. But I think at the end of the day, that's going to be an ass whooping.
That's cool.
Game, man, an ass whooping.
Then you get to believe. You get to be a believer.
Hey, man, some ass whoopings be good games.
I didn't say it wasn't going to be a good game.
It's good to watch somebody get their ass whooped.
You get to be a witness to it.
I love to see.
You're gonna be in the room. You're gonna be in the room kicking the air because you're gonna have to hear from all the Florida State homies that you got.
You know, I got a whole bunch of Florida State family, and I can't stand none of them. But the truth is, like I said before, it wouldn't be fun if I didn't kick y'all at any chance I get. So whether y'all
Now,
win or lose,
from the YouTube standpoint and the monetary standpoint, I should really want Florida State to win. You know why? Because if y'all win, y'all gonna come over here and tell me about it. If y'all lose, y'all gonna be hiding.
Well, where they gonna hide?
They'll find places. They'll find places.
Hey, why
some of them gonna log off Twitter. Some of them gonna log off YouTube. They're gonna really go sit in the corner and reflect on their life.
Some of those games that you was calling out were toss-up games. I'm not gonna lie, because last year some of those teams that played each other, they did play them pretty close.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is at this
Maybe
point.
it's like
I gotta keep. Yeah, you gotta keep it in mind though. Every year, it's a different team.
Yeah,
we clearly ain't the same team as last year. I definitely got the sense of mind to know that other teams gonna have the same sentiment that we do.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, look at Colorado. Y'all think Colorado that same team from last year?
I mean, but that's a literal different team. He literally kicked off all the people on the team and said, "Look, I'm bringing my players from where I came from, so you might as well go ahead and go."
But everybody still got them marked down as a 2 or 3 win team.
That's fair because that's his first year. I don't think he gonna. If we being realistic, I don't.
Right, but technically they still judging them off of that last year team that ain't there no more.
I get where you coming from. I'm not denying what you're saying is, an accurate statement. We're going off opinions at this point, right? So I'm just saying.
But all those opinions, what I'm saying is based off a 1-11 team that ain't there.
You're right, but the people that's there now, that's better, are not proven necessarily. They just got a lot more stars than the ones that was there.
You're right. I mean, they definitely ain't proving nothing because they got a couple Florida State guys on that team.
Yeah, I guess you can say that. Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you with that one though. When I seen that, I just felt like Deion was just trolling FSU, letting him know at any point in time you could get got. because y'all could not
We
keep
coming.
recruits from them.
You thought you was gonna get what we got? We coming.
His pitch to players don't even have to be that strong. Just the strength of his name and what he did on the field, like in real life. How many
Dion
other
can tell these players, listen, man. When you come over here and you do good, I'm gonna get you featured on ESPN. The world gonna know your name.
Yeah, especially in any position in the secondary.
I could call up Dion can tell, listen, I could call up ESPN right now and have them run a feature on you.
Yeah.
I got that kind of pull.
I'm prime time, baby. Your daddy used to watch me on TV. Your granddaddy used to watch me on TV.
Yep.
You know how much money I done made and made people lose betting on me?
I'm gonna tell you straight up. Colorado gonna surprise some
All
people
that's
this
cool
year.
at Dion. We know what Dion want to be at.
I don't care where he want to be. I care where he at. And if y'all got the coach that y'all claim y'all got, then we ain't never got to worry about him going over there. Y'all believe in Mike Norvell, so keep Mike Norvell. I'm glad y'all got Mike Norvell. Because if Deion Sanders would have went to FSU, Florida and Miami would not be no teams that we could talk about anymore. It'll be all FSU. They would dominate the state of Florida in recruiting. Dominate. I don't think nobody would be able to mess with them then.
You right about that.
Fortunately, that's not our reality. That's an alternate reality.
Y'all think after this season, Colorado could possibly run the Big 12?
Yeah. I mean, ain't nothing but 4 teams in there. Well, you mean the Big
The
10?
Big 12. Big 12. They're going to the Big 12.
Well, yeah. I think it's very likely, but not run it. Because, they still got Ohio State, right? And Michigan. And
No. They're in the Big 12, not Big 10.
My
Big
bad.
12.
Shit, it's all about down to the same, except for like 4 teams in each one. But yeah, it's highly likely because who's their real competition in there? Like what? UCF,
Baylor.
Baylor hasn't been relegated to win.
They got Arizona State coming in there. Arizona, Utah,
Oklahoma State.
So I think it'll be Utah before them, if anything. Oklahoma State. They play a bunch of nobodies and they beat the hell out of a nobody Florida Gator team in a bowl game that ain't nobody show up for. They didn't prove anything to me. You can't convince me that Utah State. Oklahoma State. You say who?
Oklahoma State be having 9-10 wins every year.
Okay, name me 3 of those teams that'd be good that they beat. 3.
Oklahoma.
I have to go to their schedule.
Exactly. And I'm not saying you name it Oklahoma. That's one team. Name another one.
They knock off Texas every now and then too.
Bro, who is Texas? They just get into the SEC so they can try to be relevant.
Hey, you asked me. I just told you.
I'm just saying. This is the same Texas. Texas over there is like what Florida is a couple years ago, well, leading up to now, where we look good in those big games, but we can't finish. And because it's a huge brand, you have no chance but to just accept, okay, that's them. They're that kind of team. But the reality is they play the teams that are top tier and they can't beat them. They just like fodder for the top tier teams. Like Florida play Alabama tough every year, but we can't beat that team. Last time we beat them I was a little kid, just being honest with you. But we'll play everybody else, and it'll be like everybody be like, "Oh, they supposed to beat them teams because look how close they played Alabama. Look how close Texas play teams, and then the teams that they supposed to beat, they don't beat."
I don't know, boy. I'm looking at Oklahoma State previous schedule, man. They tore up some shit, boy. They knocked off Texas 34-24. Kansas got smoked. West Virginia got smoked. TCU got blowed out 63-17. They beat Oklahoma 37. Man, sleep on Oklahoma State if you want to, bro.
Oklahoma was sorry last year. That was a down year for them with that trash defense.
I'm looking at the last couple of years.
Listen. Texas went 8-4 last year with a quote unquote 5-star quarterback and elite offense and all this crazy stuff that almost beat Alabama. Who you said TCU wasn't even supposed to be in the national championship, let alone in that game. All these teams are lesser teams. Come on,
lesser than who? The SEC?
No, lesser than top-ranked teams. It ain't just the SEC. Heck, saying Oklahoma State is a legit contender or a threat it's like saying FSU.
We talking about in the
looking
Big
to go
12 though.
undefeated.
That was the question. You asked, can Colorado run the Big 12?
And I say I didn't say they could. I said it'll be other teams before Colorado. I'm okay with you saying Oklahoma State, but I'm saying I wouldn't have put them first, but they not necessarily.
No, I ain't say first. That was just the first team that came to my head. But
okay, I
if you want to add some more teams, Kansas State Wildcats ain't finna just let Colorado come in and do nothing. West Virginia ain't finna do it. Cincinnati Bearcats, they was just in the playoff. They ain't finna let them do it.
That was 1 year though, right? They was in it like a couple.
Man, Cincinnati supposed to have been in that year before they got shitty, and then they let them in the next year.
You know why? Because that year Cincinnati was supposed to be in it. They was undefeated, but they was going off the strength of schedule.
That's all right though. Them boys undefeated. You think Colorado? They were 1-11. Tighten up, Deion. I think Deion. Listen, I can see if Deion went to a school that already had some players. He had to make a brand new roster. Who can make 100 players? Man, he got a mountain to climb. I ain't saying he ain't gonna be able to get there, but he got a mountain to climb, bro.
I'd venture to say we really don't know what he got until like maybe week 2 or 3. Because let's be honest, man, you don't even outside of his son, that's a quarterback, and those two cornerbacks that's number one at their position. Who else do you know on that roster from the transfer portal or from recruiting?
That's the point. That's the point.
Who got COVID?
Let me ask you a question.
All right.
Which conference y'all think gonna force Notre Dame to join? The Big 10 or the ACC?
They gonna join the Big 10 before they join the ACC.
Yeah, I think.
Grocery store, Starbucks.
Actually, I think the ACC.
He said, there he is.
You said ACC or SEC?
The ACC.
Okay, then I'll go with ACC. I thought you said SEC.
You too.
I think that they are playing the ACC because of the.
I am well, thank you.
No, because the Big 12, not the Big 12, the Big 10, the way they add in teams, they're saying that they possibly could be going to 10 games, conference games. So then you'll only have 2 games out of conference. Y'all already know Notre Dame is independent, so that's how they build their schedule. They get like a couple games out of the ACC, and then they go all around, with a USC out of the Pac-12, which no more. Then you got Stanford and all those teams that they play normally.
I wouldn't sleep on Stanford in the next couple of years. They actually
But Stanford and Cal is more than likely coming to the ACC.
Yeah, I see that.
So Notre Dame, in a perspective, Notre Dame is going to have to make a choice. Either join the ACC or you join the Big 10. I think the ACC got the leverage because, believe it or not, Notre Dame is in the grant of rights too.
Yeah, they got a little percentage.
Hold on, T2Y. No, I gotta disagree with you on that. First of all, the ACC don't have no leverage. You see how they let Notre Dame come and punk us the other year?
Yeah, but what you got to realize is it's not just football with the grant of rights. It's also other sports too. They're tied to the ACC. If Notre Dame can't just up and join any conference they want, they still got their grant of rights on them too.
Yeah.
And they keeping teams from coming to the ACC.
Notre Dame might stay independent, man. They got an NBC deal. They don't need no ESPN.
They don't, but they won't have no leverage if the Big 10 goes to 10 conference games. Notre Dame ain't gonna have nobody to pick and choose to play through them. And then on the ACC side, if they really want to push them to join, they'll stop giving them all them 5 or 6 games that they do every year.
Instead of just make them a team in the ACC.
So think about it. If they independent like that, if they independent and they losing all of them teams that they normally play, USC, if the Big 10 want to force their hand, they're gonna say, all right, you ain't playing USC no more. That's a rivalry y'all had for years. That's done with. You ain't gonna play UCLA. That's done with. If the ACC got Stanford and Cal, they could say you're not playing them either.
Yeah.
Where do Notre Dame as an independent? Where do they make their schedule now?
They go to playing Bowling Green.
They play Ohio State and all of them. Big 10 says, nah, you ain't playing them no more. They got a decision to make.
if they squeeze them like that. But I don't think they're
Yeah,
gonna do Notre Dame.
I
like
think
that.
that the way college football going right now through these realignment, they gonna squeeze them.
I hope so.
They're gonna tell them, hey, you either come in here or you going there. Right now, I think the ACC got an advantage because they got them in every other sports. They got them on the grant of rights, except for football. So in order for you to stay,
You said something there when you said it's not just about football; it's about all sports. Because a lot of people, we don't talk about this very like a little bit on your channel or the other channel, where people think that just because you're good in football, that should put you in the ACC or the SEC. But in reality, not all of them, but a lot of teams, they're not just good in football; they're good in like a bunch of other sports. Like outside of football, what is Notre Dame good at? I'm not saying they're not good in that, but somebody tell me, anybody.
They all right in basketball.
All right in basketball, right? Okay. But how many of those all right games are you going to watch when they're not playing, when they playing even lesser opponents because they can't play the Ohio States or the UC?
Man, listen, bro, you talk about Notre Dame fan, boy, they got a national fan base.
You're right. They got a top five.
They also play big name opponents too. But if you take those away, who they playing? Like football wise, let's take away Stanford, who they played for many years now. Let's take away USC. Let's take away Ohio State. And then the ACC clamped down on them and said, we're not giving you 5 or 6 games. How do they make their schedule?
Well, with 2 out-of-conference games, they'll still be able to pick one here and one there.
But if the Big Ten says, no, you're not getting none of them, unless you join us.
I don't think the Big Ten can say you can't play these 2 teams. If a school wants to play 2 out-of-conference teams, the conference don't.
No, what I'm saying is, if the Big Ten says we're not giving you no games, we're not giving you none of our teams to play, you got to go make your schedule somewhere else. So now they don't get no Big Ten teams. That includes USC, who they play every year. That includes, Ohio State and all of them that they play every now and then. You're not getting none of those games.
I'm just not sure they can tell them you can't get none of them
the
games.
ACC say, you know what? If the Big 12, the Big 10 is trying to squeeze you, say you join them, we're gonna squeeze you too. So now we taking away the 5 to 6 game that we get them. They got a choice to make.
That sounds good, T2. I will hope that will happen, but I still can see what Notre Dame.
Let's be honest about it. If Notre Dame, let's just say the ACC and the Big 12 trying to squeeze them, they not gonna go to the Big 12 to get games because they know games that they gonna play in the Big 12 that's valuable.
Colorado.
Come on,
we don't know that yet.
No,
I understand what you're saying, but I still see there's a way that Notre Dame can get out of that. I hope he's right.
I want you to understand this. The ACC gives Notre Dame every year 5 to 6 games. Then they play Stanford, they play USC and other teams that they got all these long living rivalries with. If the ACC go ahead and grab Cal and Stanford, they're gonna have to come through us to get those games. So it's either you join us or you go join the Big Ten. Because if the Big Ten says, all right, we're gonna go to 10 conference games and 2 out of conference games. If you don't join us, we're not giving you none of them 2 out of conference games. They got a choice to make. But we all know the ACC, and I'm gonna say it 100%. The ACC pussy. They could have squeezed them in 2020.
I think they just scared that they might lose money if they threaten or piss off any teams.
Think about it. 2020 season, Clemson and Notre Dame played for the ACC championship and played for the playoffs.
That was a big game. That was a big game.
Both of them played in the playoffs.
Man, I'm looking at Notre Dame.
Had the ACC not give Notre Dame access to the ACC that year, they wouldn't even play that year.
Not only that, Notre Dame gives the ACC power anyway because that's another powerhouse team. Y'all only got Clemson.
On top of that, we could negotiate with NBC also to get more money.
Yeah, I can see them going there now.
Do y'all know I'm looking at Notre Dame's 2034 schedule. Guess who owns it? Michigan, Miami Hurricane, Pittsburgh, Clemson, Syracuse, Virginia. Man, they schedule filled out for a decade from now. Notre Dame ain't worried
But
about none of that.
none of those schedules are set. All them schedules is in a 3-year process.
No,
basically,
sir.
at any time, all that could change.
Man, listen. We played.
Miami was supposed to play Notre Dame on, I think, in
34.
25. That game has changed.
No, it ain't. We play with 2025 at Miami.
It's not going to happen. They already changed it.
Man, I'm looking at the schedule.
Notre
right
Dame
now.
already pulled that game.
These sites must ain't update their schedule.
A lot of them sites ain't update, but that's been all over. It's been all over social media. It's been all over the news. That game is not going to get played
in 2025.
2025. That's what I'm saying. A lot of this conference realignment stuff is going to come out pretty soon. Because why would they pull that game?
Didn't they pull the Florida game? Then we were supposed to play Florida.
The Florida game's still going to go on.
In what, 2026?
24, 25. We don't play them until God knows when after that.
Oh, okay. Cool.
But the Notre Dame 25 game got pulled.
Man, we played Notre Dame in 2026. Did that one get pulled?
Nah, I haven't heard anything about that one.
We played Notre Dame
got pulled.
2026, man.
And if the 25 got pulled, like I said, who knows where this realignment going?
We played Notre Dame in 2025 too. Yeah.
All I'm saying is when games like that get pulled,
the way it look like they got the Notre Dame joining the ACC when I'm looking at the schedule.
The schedule look like that because they always play them games. We give them 5 to 6 games every year. So they schedule all the way up to 34, got 5 to 6 ACC teams on it.
Hey, T2Y, I ain't gonna lie, 2025 schedule look rough, boy. We play South Florida, Notre Dame, Boston College, Florida State, Louisville. That's a little rough stretch, 2025.
We'll manage. We'll
at Doak Campbell, at Boston College.
The amount of talent that we'll have over most of all of them teams, we'll be able to win all of them.
We can win all of them. We damn sure can win all our game this year.
Because Florida got a tough schedule 2024. I think we play every Florida team.
Florida 24 season gonna be a mess.
I don't know about
y'all
that.
Team, the way y'all team is built right now, so young, this year don't look good, and next year don't look good either.
So you can't say that because if we look bad this year, we're gonna look good next year.
I don't think so. I don't think it gets better.
But
We already know. Look at Miami, for example. We went 5-7. The year before we went 5-7, we were recruiting out the ass. Now kids want to see us play. They're gonna look at y'all the same way. When y'all go 4-8 this season, they're gonna look at y'all like we're not gonna commit to them. We're gonna wait and see. And if y'all look terrible again, that's tough. Y'all team is pretty much at the bottom of the barrel.
See, I gotta disagree with you.
Florida, boy, y'all schedule tough in 2024, boy.
That's
I know,
what I'm saying. They could have a losing season again.
Wow. They play us first. They got UCF, Georgia Bulldogs, then Florida State, Kentucky might bop them, LSU will bop them, Ole Miss will bop them, Tennessee gonna bop them, Texas, oh my goodness. Y'all might win 2 games in 2024, bro.
This is why
I'm trying to tell them, man, but I'm just a troll. Remember that. I'm just a troll.
Everybody who's not a Gator fan, first off, you gotta realize Florida has a schedule like this every year. That's one thing can't nobody from any other team conference say about Florida. We don't ever have an easy schedule. Our schedule look like this every year. For us,
last year's schedule was nowhere near 2024. I'm watching it. I'm looking at it. Y'all play Eastern Washington, Star, Missouri.
Okay. Man, come on, look.
DC, USF,
if you want to go that route,
Vanderbilt.
The 2020 schedule look even more dangerous than the schedule you're looking at now and the next year because we played 9-10 SEC teams. What
it depends on which SEC team you playing though.
No, man, look, because Ole Miss, LSU, But Ole Miss was ranked number 3 in the country that year.
Ole Miss trash, man. They
Ole Miss was ranked number 3 in the country when we played them that year.
Yeah, because it was the first game of the year. They were overranked.
Moving the goalposts, they was ranked number 3.
This man
Arkansas?
says Gators. That man said Gators going 10-2 next year.
Ain't no way.
I ain't saying we win double digits. I'm saying y'all act like Florida don't always have a tough schedule. Like, let's be real. You can't even count. We usually have a tough schedule year in, year out. And the years that we don't have a tough schedule that you might say is not tough, most of them games be toss-up games.
No, but you know the difference? Let me tell you the difference from the last couple of years, what you talking about. Y'all usually have 2 powder puffs on y'all schedule every year. UT Martin, Towson. Y'all beat them 38-0, 45-0. 2024, y'all don't got no
Martin and FSU. That what you were trying to say? UT Martin and FSU?
Townsend. UT Martin and Townsend.
Tallahassee? What that score was when we played y'all at that schedule you looking at?
When who y'all play who? I ain't know what FSU saying.
Oh, Miami?
Yeah, well, you ain't play it, but y'all beat Florida State 40-17. Yeah, y'all blow them out that year.
My bad for accusing you of being one of them fans. I'm sorry. That's
okay. Please, your apology accepted.
Hey, I'm sorry. Bear with me. But yeah, like for the
y'all do have a tough schedule every year, bro. But y'all usually give yourself 2 little warm-up games. Y'all don't got that in 2024. None.
That's okay. Our team will be a little bit more experienced. I don't care what y'all say. Everybody got their own opinion on their team. Florida is not going to go 4-8. You can say what you want. You can be whatever optimistic about it. Everybody got their opinion. We won't know until the season is played in a couple weeks. And you can whatever you want to do with this clip. You can remember it, write it down, re-record it, or whatever you want to do. Florida will not be a 4-8 team this year. They're not going to win 10 games. They're not going to win 10 games. They're not going to go to the SEC championship or no playoffs. No, we going to make a bowl game. I can assure you that.
I can pick 5 wins for y'all this year all rip while looking at y'all schedule. I know y'all going to beat McNeese State. Y'all going to beat Charlotte. Y'all going to beat Vanderbilt. Y'all should beat Missouri. And y'all should beat Arkansas. That's 5 right there.
So you really saying Kentucky just beat us?
No, I'm saying the 5 that I know y'all can win this year. McNeese, Charlotte, Vanderbilt, Missouri, and maybe Arkansas.
As a Gator fan and somebody that's been following the Gators for as long as I like football, you can swap Kentucky with one of those schools with Missouri.
I don't know, bro. Kentucky
I know.
You think y'all gonna beat Kentucky this year at Kentucky?
Yes, we usually beat that team. That team only beat us the last 2 years.
Okay.
Out of 20. Out of 20, bro. Come on, man.
So have y'all snapped that downward trend?
Beating us. They just started that. You could go look at the last time Florida beat us.
I already know it was years since. Yeah, I already know.
That's what I'm saying. Like the teams that y'all are saying in the SEC that just Florida just gonna lose to them, bro. We done been beating these teams. We done went on like 10, 15-year streaks on the teams that y'all saying just gonna dog walk us. Like just because we having a down season or we don't have as much talent, it's still the same team. These teams get a little bit better. You act like they still gotta play the games. You act like injuries don't happen, penalties don't go to flying, all kind of stuff happening in these games. There'll be a lot of years where Tennessee should blow Florida out, but they can't do it because of penalties, or Florida get lucky on a couple of plays and we win the game. Same thing with Kentucky, same thing with Missouri. It's the same thing, bro. I know how we play these teams. But Florida can be ranked number 1 when we play Tennessee, and Tennessee can be ranked number 2. That's
let me tell you something that's misleading what you're saying though. Y'all have played Kentucky in about 4 years, 5 years stretch. Y'all ain't playing them in 17, 18, 19. So they were building their program up over them years. They're a better program than 1990, early 2000 when y'all was mopping. Y'all ain't played them in like 6 years.
You said we ain't played Kentucky in 6 years. What 6 years did we didn't play them?
My bad. I'm looking at something wrong. Hold on, let me look at something.
Kentucky, Tennessee, and Georgia, and LSU.
Oh no, y'all
We
beat. Yeah,
played
y'all
them
played. I'm
every
looking at
single
something wrong.
year.
Y'all played. Y'all right. You right.
I'm about to say
You
those
right.
conference games, them division conference.
You right. You
games,
right.
we
I'm
played
looking
them
at the
every
wrong
single
thing.
year.
But y'all did
The
lose in
team
2017.
and 2018, right?
Well, y'all beat them 28-27. Y'all beat them by 1 point in
Beat them
217.
all the time. It's like, come on now.
Y'all beat them
That's just one.
27-16 and 18. See,
All right.
they closing the gap.
Quick update, real quick.
29-21.
Quick update. Zaquan Patterson announced that he will be making his decision on the 26th. It comes down to Auburn, Florida State, Michigan, Miami, and Ohio State.
My bad. I stand corrected. Y'all played them every year. I was looking at something wrong.
Bro, that's one of them teams. I'm telling you how we play that team. If you go down our whole schedule, teams that we play every year, regardless of rankings, outside of Georgia, we play those teams the same way every single year. It doesn't matter the ranking. Tennessee and Florida gonna always be a good game. Kentucky and Florida gonna always be a good game between those two. Missouri and Florida is always gonna be either Florida just don't show up or Missouri gonna show up. It ain't gonna be it's gonna be those type of games. Some games, no matter who they got on their team, it's gonna be an okay game. Even with the South Carolina game, I don't think they just gonna blow us out. Look at the record between us in terms of like how we've been playing South Carolina lately. We usually beat South Carolina because South Carolina never has a run defense. And what do Florida like to do? They only got Cam Rising this year. Not
No,
Cam
South
Rising.
Carolina got that quarterback. You seen what he did to Tennessee?
That's Tennessee.
What up,
They
Coach
play
Hayes,
us like
man?
that.
Appreciate you stopping through, boss. What's good with you? All I'm saying, man, it's the season is almost here. All this talking we doing, we about to see what's really going to be on.
What's going down?
But anyway, man, we've been running for about 3 hours. I think it's about time to wrap this thing up. I'm gonna catch you guys on Monday night, Miami Monday. We're gonna talk some Miami Hurricane football, second scrimmage and everything, all the goods, the positives, negatives, all that good stuff. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Make sure you subscribing to T2Y Live. Make sure you subscribing to T2Y Live. In the near future, all the live shows will be moved to that channel, T2Y Live. Basically, all the commitment videos and any videos that all those stay, coming on this channel, Big 3 T2Y. So, had my hiccups with YouTube. Yeah. So basically, I'll catch you guys tomorrow night at, I want to say 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, 7 or 8 o'clock.
Go Noles.
Nah. Anyway, go Canes. Catch y'all tomorrow night. Miami Monday.
Peace.
Oh.